Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Phontomen, and welcome to today's show. Now, we're back with Limbus Company. That had some audio artifacting in my ears, but welcome back, folks! Our last adventure was, went pretty well. We made it to the end of the dungeon, and then, unfortunately, we found that Cromer has a lot of interesting mechanics that are unique to her, and we were totally unprepared for. Silly me. It seems that by just chance I was leveling and using all the units that were totally fucking unsuited to actually fighting her. And then all of the other people were not actually leveled properly to do that. So, kind of unfortunate, but not exactly unforeseeable. Let me just get the game up here. But kind of unfortunate, but not unforeseeable, because I do things blind here. I don't look at guides. I don't really like looking for meta summarizations of content that I'm going to walk through. I don't want spoilers, and I don't want to feel like somebody else is playing the game for me, so I don't play like that. I don't fucking metagame right out the fucking door. Until there's a problem, which, okay, now we've got something, so hang on here. Right. Daily logins. It's 4 o'clock. That means it's a brand new day in Korea land. Right. So, like I was just saying, I don't metagame things. I don't look for guides initially. I want to walk in blind, and when you walk in blind, you're gonna seem like a complete fucking dunce and a moron because you don't know anything. So I let it be a surprise, and what do you know? I was unprepared for the surprise. So it was actually a fucking surprise. But now,
드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Yes, I have, Sang. Please shut up. It's 5. It's 5, Goon. Well, it ticks over at 4 o'clock. But, okay, so, on to that explanation. Ta-da! Now, they're not all level 30, but it's quite a lot of max level characters you have there, Phonto. Yeah, it is. It's just that there are some, not all of them, as you can see here, and some other identities are not properly leveled, like, for example, Sinclair's. So, I'm not totally ground out here, but I'm out of funny green monster energy, so I figured, you know what, now we have to stream, and then we'll save the grinding for later. And then also saving up, energy nodes for the impending event, whenever the fuck it gets to us. But, so, this entire team, Phonto, what the fuck are you doing? Kurakumo Hong and Rabbit Heath do bleeding damage. Why are they on your team? Well, they're to get us through the dungeon and not fight Cromer. What we're going to be fighting Cromer with is Sang, W Corp Faust, W Corp Don Quixote, Samba de Amigo, because it's funny, and of course, Mersault. Odd pick. Why am I doing that? Well, that's because we're going to be spamming Mersault's ego every fucking turn. If we're lucky, we actually get it up on the second turn, and then it never fucking stops. In addition to that, there's a lot of other things that we do with this too, because since we're stockpiling so many envy cards, we get access to Faust's ego, which also applies a debuff that lasts 3 turns. And then, because Warp Corp Faust has one single solitary Wrath card, which he actually wants to use because, oh look, another fucking debuff! That actually feeds Sang's ego, who he can't do it himself with his base identity. However, that applies yet another debuff, and also makes everyone fast for 3 turns. So, yeah, we're just gonna debuff her into the fucking floor now with level 30 characters and see what happens. Don't have W Corp Mersault? No, I do not, and according to the guides that I was reading, because I did look at guides not to beat Cromer, but general assumptions of what's happening with the game's meta and who's good and who's not, apparently Warp Corp Mersault is the worst 3-star in the game, according to some people. Ouch. Though I see, honestly, what they were doing with him. You kind of want to play all 3 of those characters together, all the Warp Core identities, like, say, Faust and Don Quixote, together with Warp Corp Mersault, because they generate a shitload of charge like that. And Warp Corp Faust's passives generate charge if you get 3 fucking enemy cards. So I kind of see what they were going with that one, but if you're not doing that, yeah, he's not going to build up enough charge to really use all of his abilities effectively, and it's gonna suck. So I kind of see what they're going at with that, but right now there's no objectively bad egos, aside from, unfortunately, based on Quixote, which, well, actually, I keep remembering. You have to click, not hold click. But I leveled her to 30 out of spite. We'll get the she section though. But I leveled her to 30 out of spite because I'm going to find some way to make her useful. That's for later though. That's a project. So yeah, aside from that, there are no like, everybody's mostly usable. You have to really work at it. And actually, some of the upgraded egos are worse picks than the base identity for each character. The standouts being Otis here, whose base ego is apparently really fucking good at clashing, and I see it. You know, and apparently her last attack, this attack, hits really fucking hard. And yeah, plus base 6 attack plus 14 coin power, and it does more damage if they're at, you know, at a higher hit points. So yeah, that works. And also, funny enough, Base Sinclair is actually really fucking good at clashing too. So both of his secondary skills are actually really good. I'm using Samba de Amigo though because I think it's funny, and he needs to be on the team to beat Sinclair or this entire story arc doesn't matter. But Samba does actually have something going for him. He actually has the highest fucking defense of all the identities I have currently, and I think the entire fucking game. That's funny, but it doesn't really have a use because there's no real point in going in sustain with the game currently as it is. You want to clash hard and you want to beat the enemy immediately. You don't want to go blow for them over a long period of time. However, we're going to be doing that today against Cromer because we have 2 of the most durable fucking people here, him and Mersault. It's funny. I didn't intend to do that. It was basically just figuring out how to use Mariachi and Mersault, and then I realized, oh, well, they have Sloth, Envy, and Gloom cards. And then I built the rest of the team around that. Just spamming these 3 cards, and Warp Corp Faust is just there because she has Sloth and Envy cards, and then 1 Wrath card. So we're gonna be banking that to use Sang's ego in the second stage of the fight. So basically what we're going to be doing is just spamming Mersault's ego, making an entirely way too large stockpile of, you know, Sin energy to spam his ego endlessly until the end of time. And then in the second phase, we're going to deploy the other egos. And then on top of that, we also have a little bit of a trump card here. And that'd be Don Quixote here. See, she's actually incredibly fucking good at using her own abilities because while Rip Face here requires you have 10 charge, or you do damage to yourself, which is a bad thing, she's actually incredibly good, as you can see here. 8 charge on hit, you just have to hit, and then 2 charge on heads hit, so this is workable here, but that's, you know, you inflict some rupture. Rupture's not terribly good right now outside of the mirror dungeons, because we don't have anything excruciatingly broken to push it, like bleed. But the second skill in itself, being, you know, Gloom, feeding our supply of things, it gets her plenty of charge, and on the second turn, she will have an over 10 charge to use Rip Space without any sort of problem. And on top of that, her second skill actually inflicts another debuff, which, more debuffs. But on top of that, so remember, this has 5 coins, right? And the last coin is actually the most damaging part of the attack, right? It builds, and then it builds up, doing progressively more damage, and then I think the last attack is exponentially more damage. But, so that has 5 coins, right? And she can use it safely with a little bit of warm-up. Then we come over here to Fire Greg, which we're not going to be using because burn damage is... No, we can't use burn damage against Cromer, and we have other characters to use, you know, more effective characters to use aside from just Greg here. But he's still important to have on the team. Why? His passive. Rushing hard if you chain 3 Sloth, which we're going to be able to do that very easily, especially if the fight drags on, which it will. One ally with the lowest speed deals 30% more damage with their third and subsequent coins. So that means that we can make the last 2 coins of Rip Space do frighteningly large amounts of damage over the already large amounts of damage that it does. I think I've got something here. So while we'll only be spamming, debuff egos, Dawn's gonna hit as hard as 1, so it really doesn't matter. We can't use her ego because it causes bleed. That doesn't matter. And in fact, while I was grinding the battle pass, I unlocked Mersault's second ego, which isn't very good. So you want to beat Hurtley, so it's the fucking toy factory from the first chapter. It's not very good, but if needed, we can throw it out there. It can inflict paralyze, another debuff, and it gives him 3 protection, and if it's upgraded, it acts like Fervent Beats, meaning you activate Exam, and after 3 turns you die. I don't think we're gonna need that, but see, here's the thing. This runs on Sloth and Envy, but Pride as well. We don't have Pride cards, you say, but yes, we do. He himself, with his base ego, has a single Pride card. And then also, additionally on top of that, his fucking ego is a Pride card as well. So he can feed that, and we can have that if we want. That's probably not necessary, but we could use it if we want. So this is a largely defensive build, but yeah, this is a long fucking fight, so I think we're gonna need to go the distance on that, and this should probably work out well. Yeah, the reindeer-ish apparently has a really good attack that you need to satisfy its requirements, or it's an AoE against all of your friends, which is very, 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 very bad. Mersault is just Punch Man. Yes, he is, and he is fucking good at it. So one of the metas is spamming Mersault's ego because it absolutely ruins their ability to clash. But so we're stacking shitloads of attack and defense down, paralyze, and then everything Mersault's ego does all of that. So we're stacking hilarious debuffs on top of Cromer, and yeah, we're just gonna have it up every single fucking turn for the entire fucking fight. So I think we're gonna get through it now. So let's see here. Reselect that. And then, well, our combat team isn't really going to require any of these characters, aside from Don Quixote, because she's very good on her own with how her attacks work. Everyone else is going to be, well, Kurakumo Hong and Rabbit Heath, who do inflict bleed, but we're not going to use them in the ending fight, and their passives are not triggered by the team we're going to be throwing in because they don't have the cards for it. And then on top of that, we're gonna have Ish, which isn't as good as Rabbit Heath, but she's performing perfectly fine and does blunt damage. And then, to round it all off, Roidia, who is just a debuff monster. So, that's gonna be our rush team, I guess? So, Don, Heath, Ish, Rhodey, and Hong. And then once we get to the end with Cromer, we'll swap out and throw the other team at her. So that's the plan! I think we can do this. Can I just say that Mersault's second ego design is cool? Yeah, it looks very interesting. It's just that, yeah, I don't think I want to use it because it will kill him. It might be good on an emergency.
07 greetings, Commander and chat. Are we ready to break Cromer?
Yes, we are, stranger. All cards say that yes, we are. And welcome back, sir. Thank you for resubscribing. But so I haven't upgraded this, and I don't. The next upgrade gives him the downside, which at less than 25 HP, you gain 3 attack power, defense power up, and haste every turn, but you drop dead after 3 turns. So this is effectively Fervent Beats, but not as good. So that is okay, but I don't think I want to use that. Because while he's at 25% health, that means he's probably gonna fucking die, but we want to keep Mersault alive, so and he's very good at staying alive. So it's kind of feels the ego is basically a YOLO ego. Yeah, it is. It's the last-ditch effort to kill someone, which we probably will not need, and I really don't have the thread currently to upgrade it to its full potential. And if we use it currently like it is, we don't have that. So there's no problem. It also takes away sanity, which his basic ego doesn't cost any sanity at all. So we can spam this without issue every single fucking turn. And he will not actually be, you know, affected by it negatively, and he will absolutely ruin Cromer like this, plus with all of the other debuffs, meaning that she won't be able to clash properly for the entire game, and we'll just beat the ever-loving shit out of her. That's the plan, and I hope it works. But let's get on to it. At least now we'll be skipping most of the cutscenes, because we've seen them all. The image of the second ego is unsettling. Yeah, it's very well done, and also kind of creepy. But anyway, let's get on with it, folks. Also, I was testing on the map, just throwing random teams together here, and also using the mirror dungeon. You see, like I said, Base Sinclair is very good. He's so good that I threw him on a team at level 10 and didn't give him any upgrades through the entire mirror dungeon. He was still clashing like a fucking champ at the final fights. At level 3, at level 10, with no upgrades whatsoever. So, yeah, he's real good, and as we're starting to see, you win the clash, or you go the fuck home. But, let's get in! It's time to finally put this thing to fucking bed, and I hope this time we can do it. Oh! Hey, wait a minute, you can't do that, I'm gonna have to reset the entire thing. Yeah, no. Actually, wait, what? Huh. Wait a second, it saved all the egos! Oh, no, it saved all the identities. They're actually leveled up now. Wait a minute, what? I can do that? Well, hang on here. Whoa, 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 whoa. You fall back here. Is everyone just good now? I still think I want to get the other team here, but, so... Yeah, actually, but none of the other... Actually, no, it's not. I don't know why... That's very strange. It's... Some of the egos are level 30, and some of them are not. Or some of the identities. I'm fucking mincing words here, but some of the identities are level 30, as they were, and some of them aren't. That's very strange. Because I know all four of these characters are level 30, but only Rabbit, Heath, and Swadish are. That's strange. That was your team last attempt. They were not level 30 last attempt. These two characters were not level 30. Mersault is level 12 still, which is funny, but these characters were not level 30. I had no level 30 characters the last attempt. So, it's kind of half saved it and half not. That's probably a bug. But, I know what I was doing here, but, back! That was not my team the last attempt. I did not have any level 30 characters the last attempt. So, strangely, it updated some of the identities, and then it didn't. Which means, yeah, it's probably not supposed to do that. So, Ryan, here we go. I have no idea what the fuck was going on there. But anyway, we can skip all these cutscenes, and this will be quite shorter now that we can do that. Okay, so we want to kind of avoid the abnormality fights as much as possible because the regular fights are just going to be faster, but alright, so rushdown team.
네네, 작전 지역으로 이동 중.
All the burst damage! Why, hello! Okay, so, that's good. Yeah, those are actually... That's Heath's strongest attack, and that's Ish's strongest attack. Fun, and we don't want to use this. We'll use this, because that's not safe. But we'll get there, Dawn. Then, yeah, Cloud Cutter is one of his better attacks, too, and then we'll, defense down, or no, that inflicts 3 paralyze on hits hit. Or just on hit defense power down. You know what? Let's do that.
로자, 교전 시작.
Fuck out of here.
확인 사살.
Go get more coins.
좀 내는 건 즐겁네요.
Well, Dawn is still short, so we won't be able to do that, but the fight's over.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
표적 완전 무력화.
Alright, that works! So yes, throw burst damage and coins at them. Works real good. We'll see about the boss fights, though.
뭐야? 그새 제법 싸우는 폼이 발전했는데요.
Don't worry, Sod. I'm sure you're going to have an alternate Sinner costume at some fucking point, because there's actually quite a lot of alternate Sinners if you really sit down and actually look at the base identities and what they imply for who's doing the switcheroo. Don't worry, I'm sure you guys will be back for the beach episode. Otherwise known as Ish's chapter, where we go on a boat ride. Just a normal boat ride where nothing goes wrong. No one has to get angry, and no one has to do anything unreasonable. Nothing about a whale. Don't even mention the whale. Okay, so our abnormality fights, I think we're still pretty good in this situation, so whoop-de-fucking-do.
제가 원하는 대로 베어버려도 되나요?
Sod and Effie are going to be totally fine. They just, they're in the back renegotiating their contracts. Okay, so... then... Well, we'll just do you. Well, actually, meet the attacks, because why the fuck wouldn't we? That is Rip Space, that's Dawn, so no, not yet, honey. Okay, Bludgeon... Well, yeah, better. I don't think they're gonna survive the next attack, but yeah, we'll be sure to make sure. Be sure to make sure.
재미는 없겠지만
I think the wheelie boy is probably dead. That guy is also dead. The wonders of having level 30 characters. While not required, it's very good to have very good characters that are max level, and, you know, just to have options, even if you're not using them. Well, we just avoid it. Honestly, the only thing we have to do here is avoid using Rip Space when we can.
로자, 교전 시.
표적 무력화.
Downstairs and, you know, the boss fight battle for this stage and then downstairs are going to be the trouble spots. Because I'm not quite sure how this is going to function against the mid-bosses. I don't think I'm going to need to bring out fucking, you know, Mersault's never-ending, you know, chains for this entire, for either of the bosses here or the second floor, but we'll think about it. There's a checkpoint there anyway, just in case we happen to fuck it up. Okay, so every time we've used this, everything's fine. Right? Ow. What happened here? In the machine stead, the room now began to tremble and crack. A moment later, the ceiling split open, giving way to thousands of nails. Oh. I told you it was a bad idea to mess with it. You and the sinners quickly evacuate the room, but not without harm. Ooh, ow. That's the first time that's fucking happened. Wow, that's the first time I've actually failed that. Ah, yes, now the bridge. Which we have to actually really do, because we do not want to actually fight all three waves with our burst damage built, though we can if we want to. Okay, so it's by one. We have lust. I think we have that. Or not. I've got a plan. Okay, so who? What? Well, 19. Again, he'll get it or he won't. He'll get it or he won't. Wow, okay. And then these guys totally suck at it. So, well, Hung, go nuts. You see, I'm not quite sure exactly what these are referencing because I know these characters have lust cards. I'm not quite sure how this actually affects the check. I'm not sure of the actual equation for these yet. So evidently I brought all the wrong characters for this. But, there's that, but you know what, something tells me that it's either, they're both one coin anyway, so it don't matter. Something tells me that Sinclair might be able to pull this off. It is his dungeon, after all. Good luck, Sinclair! God damn it, Sinclair!
이런 걸 바란 게 아니야.
Not what I wished for. Not what anyone wished for. Okay, so this is going to be slightly longer. However, I think we still have enough energy to beat through this anyway. So, we should be fine.
네네, 작전 지역으로 이동 중.
It's going to be 3 waves, and Heath is probably going to run out of ammo, but Heath still does quite a lot of damage, even without the ammo. We should be all right. But wow, we're just absolutely failing all the checks. But yeah, they're just mooks. So, that attack. Okay, that's... Neutral. Wow, fuck.
깡총. 날 뛰어보라고.
Again, that attack is just absolutely fucking merciless. Now we're running into a sanity problem, which, oh boy.
무력화.
Because we happen to fail that fucking pulse. Oops, all staggered. Alright, moving on. Try not to waste too much ammo.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
씹는 맛이 있는데.
Here's a funny thought. When Mersault uses his base ego, it sounds like he's racking a shotgun. Yes, racks forearms. Okay, so Don, 7. Okay, you still cannot use that. Okay, we might need some help here, but then again, really, I should, let's go with dominating here. Let's just make sure this gets done. Favored, dominating, and then, looks like we have to use some ammo here.
깡총.
Well, we're actually losing clashes. Ow. Thankfully, though, all the characters are incredibly high level, so they're actually doing rather ineffectual amounts of damage to him. That's really what... And that guy's instantly dead. Thanks, Hong. That guy went from full health to McFucking dead. Okay. Don is staggered, unfortunately. What a shame. Okay, so there's that, and then... Yeah, we'll get the bonus for green there, and then... Well, actually, funny enough, we actually trigger a gluttony, what you call passive from Rio.
교전 시작합니다.
Which means take more damage and do more damage. So, better win the clash, kids!
되는 건 즐겁네요.
There's one dead.
확인 사살. 표적. 완전
Thanks,
무력화.
Ash. Unfortunately, yeah, Rhodey just could not actually win that. What a shame. So now we've got a bit of a bad spot here because we have sanity damage. It's not immensely horrifying, but it's not exactly fantastic. I don't want to use Cleave. Hong's abilities are great aside from Cleave. Cleave is just kind of underwhelming.
교전 시작합니다.
날 뛰어보라고.
다음은
So this
어디로?
is going to be an oof, but we'll be all right. Well, let's see here. Dawn can rip space. I was thinking about using her ego, and this round, we don't have to. Unfortunately, she would be able to use it twice, but no, you can't. That would be fantastic, but no, you can't. Okay, so it's a cleave. Anything other than cleave, please, thank you. Right. Quick suppression. The Heath actually made it this round without ammo. Oh, with ammo still in reserve, so that's good. So here's where we're going to dump it, obviously. Okay. Right, suppress, very good. We're using all the attacks that actually cause damage, or actually do damage. Okay, absolute resonance. That doesn't do more damage, unfortunately, but this will probably be an okay attack.
깡총.
There's still a lot of fucking in the middle, in between things.
무력화.
Honestly, mostly with passive synergy that I haven't really figured out. There you go, sweetheart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. He didn't even make it to the last attack. He didn't even make it to the last fucking part of Rip Space. And that's why it's called Rip Face. That right there. That's exactly why it's called Rip Space.
날 뛰어보라고.
Yep, there's Hong just having way too many attacks for that attack. Cleave sucks, but then all of his attacks have strangely higher amounts of... Well, they're all dead and now anyway. Hong just has strangely high amounts of attacks for his cards than he should. Cleave is kind of mediocre, but the other two cards are fucking amazing by comparison.
깡창.
And High Soul. We're making up for a bit of a whoops. But this just shows you how fucking prepared we are for this. He didn't even run out of ammo. We actually made that through. That was actually the worst possible situation for Heath to be in, because his problem is once his ammo runs out, his damage does too. But see, there's the thing. He didn't actually even run out of ammo, even in the worst case situation, a dragged out fight. It helps that we're all level 30 and we proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of them, though. A sign has been acquired. But okay, yeah, we took an oof there, but we'll probably be fine. Okay, so we're gonna go down here and actually do these puzzles. All right, the door. Okay, Sloth, we have Sloth. I know we have Sloth. I've always done this, but I know we have Sloth. Unfortunately, we don't have amazingly high Sloth, though, but... 12, 4, nope, it's Hong. Okay, he has to get 1 coin. He couldn't possibly fuck this up. Well, actually, 2 coins. There we go. Needed 2 coins and he got it. I needed 2. Whoops. Should you be skipping scenes? Yes, because I've done them all. We have been through here 3 times.
명령하시는 건 다 따른다고요.
So today we're beating the shit out of Cromer. That's the only thing we're doing. Everything else, we've done.
되나요?
And ooh, 4 ads. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn those down. The ads are getting a little bit hectic, and unfortunately, yeah, the ad money isn't reflecting that. I made quite a bit of money in the 6 to 7 to 8 hour streams that I did, but yeah, not for 4 fucking ads for people who don't have subs. The money is not that good for the normal streams. Okay. Quick rounds. Then again, actually, you know, we're gonna go for this one first, I guess. That's struggling, though. That's at least neutral. Okay, that's that. Hong, unfortunately, only has... He just has Cleave, which is his worst attack, and then... Wait. Quick leap, okay. Ah! Thank you, stranger, for that one. I'd like to not incite that, but thank you for your generosity. So, yeah, if the ads are an issue, then we're gonna fix that now. But thank you for your generosity, stranger, and Soul, enjoy your sub. The subs are for ad-free viewing, but I think they're a little bit fucking heavy now. So we'll see to that after this one. Because if nobody can see my streams over the ads, nobody's gonna be watching the fucking show. Kind of important.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 자,
Uh-oh. Ah, there you go.
표적 확인.
That coin too low. Coin too low. And that just goes to show you that, well, unfortunately, you can't actually beat them over with pure levels. These identities do have power caps, and as you might have guessed, they're very good. The designers have wisely limited their effective ability, you know, most of their effective abilities to, you know, to not go outside the norm here. So the enemies still have advantages. So you can't just out-level people, but however, leveling helps. The best thing that leveling does gives you armor and, AP, so your attacks do more damage when you succeed, and you take less damage when you fuck up. Those are the biggest things that levels give you. Unfortunately, they, aside from uptying, they don't really affect your chances of winning clashes. So really, you have a character that can win a clash from the get-go, or they will never win clashes.
표적 확인.
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요?
Right. I'm glad someone likes my ramblings, even when they're totally not actually, pertinent.
깡총.
I do talk for a living. Playing video games second. But this game we're gonna keep on top of. Because really, I have a great team for just mashing win rate in the mirror dungeons. So really, it's just putting the hours in. It's not difficult. And I do like the game too.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요. 되는 건 즐겁네요.
Okay. Job done there. We took some damage and we're losing some clashes, but, well, we seem to be all right. Okay, now, boost tremor attacks. That's nice. Boost bleed. No, actually, we could use tremor in the final fight. This will not help us, though. We'll probably just, gaining the extra defense level is actually pretty just okay. Actually, that's defense skill. That's blocking and dodging. But the bleed, yeah, we're not gonna rely on that. We're just punching through now because even without the bleed, Karakuma Hong is really fucking overpowered.
제가 원하는 대로 베어버려도 되나요?
So, if you missed anything, folks, today we're just rushing through the dungeon because we have been through all of the content aside from beating Cromer. Twice, actually, because I was unprepared. Twice. Now, we're not gonna have that problem now. I suppose we should just go for dominating, honestly. We should... All things considered.
교전 시작.
표적 무력화.
Now, you see, the thing about
표적
SWAT Rhodia here is people consider her good for Chapter 3, but I see her losing clashes a lot. So, as much as I like using her because of the potential that she offers, she doesn't really feel all that good a lot, don't she? Quick suppression, very nice. Okay, so, wait, what's Don doing? Don's, okay, that's Sloth. Okay, so, not cleave.
깡총.
표적 완전
So
무력화.
sadly, Rhodia seems to be losing clashes a lot. Again, that might be down to sanity too, because since we fucked up the pulley puzzle, we actually took damage. And most of that, it was 15 sanity damage, which, that hurts. But the checkpoint's right over there. We'll be fine. Okay, so there's that. What is this again? Oh, right. There's this, which we could do. This is the letting the guy out of the torture chamber. A sign. Good! We actually, well, yes, he actually needed that. And so did Don. That helps. Actually, Don actually did not take sanity damage back there. Unfortunately, now we've got a roll here, and this is gonna be kind of a bad one. Okay, so 6 to 13, 12 to he either gets it or he doesn't. Gets it or he doesn't. Man. You see, I didn't check all of these checks to see exactly who's good at any of these. But these are, like, this is probably, for doing story content and whatnot, probably understanding how people's, how their cards actually function in these checks. It's probably gonna be something to figure out and know, but that's for a later date, but go on, Sinclair. You've got 15 sanity now. You can do it, I swear. Hey! A sign.
보다 쉬웠어.
Yes, a sign that victory is near. Now, stand back as we bludgeon the rest of them to death.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Sinclair does all the checks. Everyone else kills everybody else until Cromer. Okay, so all of you have defense down. Congratulations, you're gonna get fucked. Okay, so, right, rip, I think his green card's better than his red card, I'm not quite sure. Suppress is probably, actually, I think that's probably the best card that Roydia has. It's her third skill, it would make sense. But, like I keep saying, Roydia just doesn't seem to be very survivable in a lot of cases. Cloud Cutter, I know, has like 5 attacks. That's very good. And then Ish proceeds to riddle them with bullets. All right, then. Okay, so on hit, sure, that's the same thing. Cloudburst or Cloud Cutter. Cloudburst does have more coins. I'm not quite sure which one I like better, but I know I don't like fucking Cleave out of this kit. Gain charge for done, and then Ish just bashes somebody in the face.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
I hadn't noticed that I'm actually tripping Rio's passive there. It helps, but it also it's also a a negative along with a bonus. Good, staggered. Still staggered. Dead. Not dead. Okay then. Well, they're not gonna survive,
교전
but
시작합니다.
Dawn would have rip space now.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
다음은 어디요?
16 charge and nowhere to go! What a shame. Okay, so that's 2 signs. 2 more to go. Well, we only need 3, but 2 more to go. Okay. Alright! Moving on to the boss battle, which, again, I don't think we really need to change anything about this team. I don't think.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
My mind says if I wasn't planning on using Mariachi, I probably could switch out Roydia for
어디서 짐승이 기어다니는 소리.
either base Sinclair or base Otis, because I know those two are very good at clashing. Ryu is also good, and the 2-star Ryu also adds slash fragility, which means that Hong over there would be doing more damage. Okay, so weird dog time, but now we're gonna be somewhat sensible about this because there's an even easier way to play this that I didn't actually really consider. We're just going to block the attack because that's not being hit with an attack, right? So that means they don't gain instinct from it. So we're gonna block this guy and then proceed to beat the pace out of this guy. No, not yet, Dom. Soon. Soon, but not yet.
로자, 교전 시작.
Haha, coin. Haha, big numbers.
확인 사살.
Okay, so he's gonna be. Roydia. Actually, Roydia's almost staggered from that, but he didn't gain any instinct. Aha! Oh boy, that's gonna be an issue. However, we can redirect most of those attacks. Okay, so 6. Yeah, no, we can redirect all of those. Hong does that. Ish does that, and then Keith gets the last one, and Dawn continues building. Actually, you didn't get any charge. Shit. She fucked up the roll on the last attack, which is kind of kind of annoying.
로자, 교전 시작.
So her first card doesn't guarantee charge, and he's dead. She's just staggered. She'll be fine. Well, now we have to redirect that, which we can. Man, Dawn still didn't get a chance to attack. Damn, no rip space. Okay. Well, that's redirected anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We have to use cleave. Oh no. Okay, that should be fine.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Well, hopefully that's wasted all the dodge, but now... aha! Ah, damn it. Good. Paralyze will fuck... Actually, Paralyze got negated? Or it might be on one of his... Where is that? That still did Paralyze. He only has one part. What the fuck, man? Okay. Cloud Burst. Very good. Concentrated Fire. Well... Which is more effective? Wrath. Okay, Wrath gets a bonus. Dawn still does not have any fucking charges. Because she also missed that attack. Damn. Quick rounds, because fire more bullets. And then suppress, I suppose.
로자, 교전 시작.
As you can see here, I threw level 30 characters at this. At least Dawn finally got a fucking attack in. I threw level 30 characters at this, and unfortunately, he can still make his dodge rolls just fine. This may one day go away, I suppose, but right now, we're very rigidly locked in place. So they're always going to have the advantages that they have, unfortunately. Okay, so... 3... Okay, thankfully, everybody else can redirect any of the other attacks. Hooray! Okay, so... Neutral and... Okay. 1 coin it is. Okay. Actually, Wrath gets a bonus, right? And then Cleave, all the way back there. That's struggling, but oh well. We should be fine.
시작합니다.
Actually, he gets it. Of all things, he just immediately wins the clash. Way to go. Well, did we get it? No, we didn't. Fortunately, this is a lot of damage, but I know this attack is really fucking stupid. This boss battle is really intentionally fucking difficult. Okay, so that's all the attacks. Well, actually, no, it's not, because that's not redirected. Son of a whore. Well, Rhodia, I guess you're fucking dead. You also have three bleeding stacks. See you later! I guess we're gonna be pulling somebody else out. That's Rhodia at level 30, and she's just not really in a great spot. Wow.
깡총.
I guess I now know whether or not she's really usable or not. She's not really on any of the... She's not ranking amazingly high on any tier list, but when pushed, she doesn't really hold together, it seems. Thankfully, Hong takes a lot of bleed from that, but basically no damage.
확인 사살, 궤적, 무력화.
Thank you. And he's dead.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
A little unfortunate, but you kind of have to... You can't really not get them into frenzy. That's unfortunate. You can't really... You can't avoid that attack. It will happen. The best thing you can do is negate the other one going frenzy at the same time as the one you're attacking by doing what I just did to guard. But unfortunately, that means... Actually, well, we healed anyway. We hit a checkpoint. Okay, that didn't fucking matter at all. I forgot, once you go down the floor, you immediately hit a checkpoint. So, oh well. So, hey,
이 오티스.
Let's try Otis, because I know Otis is really good at fucking clashing, and clashing is not dependent on levels. The damage that you take and do depends on your level. The ability to clash does not. So let's use Otis, even though she's a little underleveled. If this is chapter 3, chapter 4 is gonna clap checks even harder. Yeah, chapter 4 is probably gonna be a bitch, and the moment they raise the level cap, you're gonna want to get to that level cap most likely. But that's the thing, they're not gonna raise the level cap until then, so you're most likely totally fine if you just get the good identities, or really just all of them to level 30, which isn't that hard. It just takes a while. But if you get them all to level 30, you at least have options.
깡총.
And that's really what the hell I actually put up here.
추적 확인.
I have options. Otis makes a smart call. Otis makes a smart call and attacks the dude already staggered. Way to go, Otis. Well, we're not gonna... Actually, well, you know what? You might actually get that, so who the fuck cares? Dawn. No charge. Okay, what's her... No, that's... Yeah, her second card. We want our third card, because that hurts a lot, but yeah, this is fine.
깡총.
The ability to clash is very slightly influenced by your level, or rather, if one-sided attack is far above the other. I think that comes down to level, because if you out-level someone, they get a bonus against you, apparently. That's what we learned in the Cromer fight.
다음은 어디요?
So if you want to fight Cromer, be level 30, and then there's that. So yeah, if you out-level someone, you get a bonus in the clash, but aside from that, you don't scale, and clashing ability does not scale. So if the character is good at clashing off the bat, they're going to be good at clashing forever. And if they're bad, nothing is going to fix that, which is a rather unfortunate design oversight. But they seem like they're actually changing core mechanics next time that next patch is the 16th. They're actually changing a lot of things. So if things are stupid now, they may not stay that way. But okay, so here's the get out of jail free card here, which I honestly don't think we're gonna need, but we might as well get it. Proceed. Ah, yes, Otis. Which I'm not quite sure. It's kind of the same deal as it's kind of the same deal as Sinclair here, but okay. Go Otis. Way to go, Otis! So now we don't have to fight the second dogfight if we don't have to.
훌륭한 작전 덕분에 승리했을 뿐입니다.
Yes, thank you, Otis. I did plan for this and power grind everyone but you. But actually, no, not just you. Rio was also kind of left out in the cold. I was out of energy, I'm sorry. You're all gonna be level 30 though. Otis is a good girl. So then there's this. So, okay, right. What is this? Free the prosthetic. Sinclair heals SP, begin combat counter, win to gain an ego gift. Yep. I need more signs! Okay, to battle. Actually, there's no check, it's just fighting. Okay, so, yeah, we're just gonna stay with that. Roydia is level 30 and she's quite durable, but she's just kind of dropping dead and not really doing very much, even though her debuffs do help. The first and foremost objective is win the clash.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
PM difficulty is basically one part reading and the other part suffering. Yes, always read the passives and the enemy statistics, and then suffer anyway because there's no way around them. Thank you, moon people. Oh. Right, it's this. That guy doesn't even attack. Okay. Look out, everyone! It's, Crouching Guile in Street Fighter. I wonder what he's going to do. Maybe I should just stay the fuck away from him. Actually, yes, that's the best fucking idea. Wow. Hopeless. Really? Hopeless? Wow. Otis, what the fuck?
교전 시작합니다.
Also don't want Impending Day. Sinclair's second ego is triggered corrosion. It's really scary. Yeah, you don't want that with, yeah, with low sanity. Though, however, it does allow Sinclair... Clashing. Ow. It does allow Sinclair to actually feed other egos relatively easily because it gives him a shitload of egos depending on what skill killed an enemy. So it's kind of a goodie bag like that. It's not exactly fantastic, though. Don still has not managed to use Rip Space. Well, used it once. Once when it was overkill.
재미는 없겠지만
This guy's just gonna stand there and watch his friend get mulched.
기회인 것 같소.
Kind of annoyed that that last attack does not give 10
씹는 맛이
charge.
있는데?
Like, that last attack does not give a charge. Like, the first two attacks will give you, 4 charge, and then the last one won't. That's kind of annoying. But then again, I suppose it was probably a balance thing. Because then you're just guaranteed to use Rip Space, and then everything's fucking over, because Rip Space is absolutely fucking devastating. Well, his attack, his health is above 50%. What the? Why is that red? I mean, yeah, I know that's the dead enemy, but why is that red? Cloud Cutter.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Yes, I've seen the Doomhammer. I have the Doomhammer. It's just that it's not part of any of my builds. Yet, anyway. But base Sinclair is actually very good, and apparently the 3-star Sinclair that I do have is actually very good for utilizing Impending Day. Apparently.
교전
Win
시작합니다.
rate. Fucking smash the shitter button down there. Just click it. Otis is fine. See, she's fine.
표적 확인.
There she goes! And dead. I hadn't actually seen that it was actually selecting Rip Space, but nope, she could use Rip Space then. And he also still did not make it to the last fucking attack of Rip Space. Can anybody take all 5 coins of Rip Space? We'll find out. Okay, and here's the hot floor. Okay, I think, we have the seal. Run a raft check, pass to gain an ego gift, failing begins life 3. Actually, So, we have 3, I think we can get 4 this way, so Sinclair did this before, he'll do fine, right? Oh, once again, Otis can do it. Again, it's kind of the same thing, though. You know what it is? I think it's down to sanity. Huh. I think what this is saying, like, higher norm, because these are both, while it's lower, it's still not anywhere near, like, possible with the single coin. I think this might be with sanity affecting the coin roll. So, Otis would be the smart one to do this. Please, Otis. Go! Otis gave up, floor too hot.
저의 실책입니다.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so we can't use Otis because Otis just got oofed. Oof. Okay, we'll bring in Roydia then.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
That's the first time I failed that, so oh well. We have 3. We have 3 marks though, so I don't think we need the 4th one. I think it's just kind of extra filler now for potential. Oh, it's 3 ways. We'll be fine. It's 3 ways, but we'll be fine. Quick suppression. Don't use Rip Space, Dom. Settle down, Dom.
교전 시작합니다.
Haha, coin. Instantly dead, thank you. Quick suppression is right.
무력화.
Okay, so there's that, and that, and that, and continue building charge, Dawn. I don't think you're going to get it, but there you go.
로자, 교전 시작.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Next! Dawn has no charges. Actually, that's Roydia. Never mind. That's Dawn. Okay. And also Dawn. Oh, good. You'll have it next turn then. If you actually get to fucking attack.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
날 뛰어보라고.
It looks like she will. Hooray! There goes Cloud Cutter having way too many fucking attacks. There we go. Put him down.
표적 확인.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, we're gonna hold on to that for a turn. Because we're gonna walk into the next wave of dudes and just throw it at them.
깡총.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Okay, time for rip space! Okay, so there's that, and that, and that, and that, and we have to pick that, and then there it is.
깡총.
Aha! Unfortunately, that coin power was a little weak for that, but we still got it. Baha.
목표 일시 무력화.
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것
Oh,
같은데.
wait, that's the guy that he.
되는 건
Oh. I think that was. Nope, there it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't die, though, but now he's dead. Wow, that guy actually took the entire rip space chain. But yeah, who needs a fucking ego when you have an attack like that? So we have 3 signs. Again, do we need 4? It says 3, but somebody said it was broken. Because that means we have to fight the dogs again, but we could very easily not do that. The 4th is later. Well, yeah, I know, but do we need more than 3? Because it says 3, we could skip the dog encounter by using this. I know that's how you get around that. Do we need to, though? No, we don't want this because it gives us pride damage. It gives us sanity damage every time we use pride attacks. No, leave the funny book alone. First phase Chromer definitely only needs 3 signs, though. Right, okay. I don't think the 4th one actually does anything. Let's check, I guess. We're gonna have Samba there anyway. Okay, so...
준비는 끝났습니다.
Off we get.
명령 대기.
Because I'm fairly certain somebody said it was broken, but they might have fixed that. So I could use the whatchamacallit, the N-Corp seal that we got off the fucking corpse to just skip the dogfight. We don't need to do that.
재미는 없겠지만
That's a
그렇게
lot of
할게요.
guys.
표적 확인.
Okay. Okay, so Dawn is at 7 charge. That's really the only thing we actually have to look at. Okay, dominating. Okay, what do they? They just have blunt damage and slash down, though that's not gonna really stop Hong. That really will not stop Hong. Cloud, yep, he gets both fucking attacks. Great, fantastic, wonderful.
깡총.
They might lose the clashes sometimes because they get stupid buffs, but apparently
잘뵐수 있을 것 같은데요.
I'm getting bonuses here, probably because I outlevel them. Or rather, he is.
날 뛰어보라고.
Why do you have such a high attack? Where are you getting those from? Where did you get these? Who gave you these? I'm not quite sure how those came to be. How did you smuggle those in? Control, that's suppress. Good. We still need another charge for Rip's face.
로자, 교전 시작.
날 뛰어보라고.
There we go.
확인 사살.
You see, that's really silly how you could do that. You could just flip, you have one coin, and then the guy has 4 coins to throw at you. And as long as you, as long as you get the last attack, you could still flip it, even though you lost every other one. I have no idea how the fuck that works out. I haven't the slightest goddamn idea how the fuck that math works.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 목표 완전 무력화.
If the target is not bleeding enough, flip 1 and 2 a second time. Right. Yeah, that's for fucking Hong there. Okay, so alter a pen. I don't think we need to go down here. I don't think. Also, we didn't have to go over there. What's this? Just to double check. Ah, right. This is where we can get the 4th one. Get in the fucking chair, Sinclair. Get in the fucking chair. God damn it, Sinclair! You focused out on one spot too far.
이런 걸 바란 게
Wow! Ow! I mean, yes, it's a chair of spikes, but oh fuck, don't screw that up. Wow. Okay, he doesn't get used until we reach the next checkpoint. My fucking goodness. Ow.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠어.
Jesus fucking Christ, we need to fucking extract Sinclair to the ER after that one. I mean, yes, we sat down in a fucking chair of spikes, but that's also the first time we failed that. Man, the game hates us today, doesn't it? I hope we only need 3 signs. Okay. Suppression, Cloud Cutter, Bludgeon, I leap there for your most charges, and then Quake Rounds for more ammo.
교전 시작합니다.
Bullets! Guns are very rare in this universe. However, when you got them, you really fucking got them.
뛰어보라고.
다음은
Dead.
어디요?
표적 확인. 표적 완전 무력화.
Where?
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
As if the game realizes that I have played the game for 75 hours now. I have level 30 characters, and I'm going to chain Cromer to something. It's really trying.
표적 완전 무력화.
It's really trying to not let me get the chance to have my way with Cromer. Again, don't read into that. It's really actively trying to make this difficult. But, okay, we're gonna go with 3, because it says after 3 strokes have been drawn, I have the mark. It's there. It doesn't change with 4. So I'm only assuming that it's fucking redundant. So what we will do is, wait. Only available if all 3 ego gifts, the token of innocence, tears, and atonement are in possession. Huh? Huh? Huh. Well, there's the sign, but, lost chat, well, we have Hong over here. Use words. Let's try this, rather than just using violence. Oh, okay. Oh. Who is the best speaker among us all? Actually, Ryu only needs to get, well, actually, Ryu needs 2 coins. Actually, both coins. Not 2, both. Well, and so, well, that's really fucking silly, though, because it's 4, 8, 12. So, how does that work out? How is this normal odds? I guess because it's lower? Okay, Sword Girl, we're gonna try and talk to them. Oh! Wait, what? Wait. It's base 4 plus 4, that's 8. What? What? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, am I going nuts here? Or did I read that as base 4 for the roll and then +4 for each coin, meaning I needed to get all of them to get 12? Because 4, 8, and 12, right? How did I get 12 with 1? Yeah, they just kind of abracadabraed the lust advantage in there rather than lowering the threshold. It just works a little something, little okay, so the street samurai with the lowest charisma on our team, just passes a charisma check. Okay. She talks really enthusiastically and emotionally invested in violence, but not actually threatening violence, but talking about how great violence is. Everyone liked that. Okay. Ryoshu approached the Inquisitor. What did Ryoshu say? You well-spoken one, your words, they're very persuasive. Swords, cigarettes, and whiskey? After a while of parleyance, the Inquisitor opens the gates for us. Okay! Even the GM has absolutely no idea what to do with that, and just says, they open the gates for you. What was the conversation about, GM? Fuck you, I'm not detailing it. Moving on. Okay.
아름다운 작품을 하나 만들었지.
Okay. The one of the most one of the most predisposed personalities to violence on our team just talked our way out of a boss fight. God, this is a fucking D&D game with a shitload of comedy act characters. It's fucking murder hobo partying in a D&D game. I swear, that's the best part about this fucking game. But okay, we're here. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we take on Snake Man. Please remain seated. The show continues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Okay, so let's fight Snake Man, which I'm fairly certain the team we have can go through this, even though they rely on burst damage. I have fought the I had Blade Roidia with me, but I have fought this boss enough times in the mirror dungeon to know that you can, in fact, rush this motherfucker down. So let's give it a try. We're only gonna go back to the checkpoint if we happen to fuck it up anyway. So I'm fairly certain that we can just kind of waltz right through this.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
And basically run into the scripted events that changes his phases, which makes him invincible when you hit that point for, you know, the remainder of the turn, which is bullshit, but that means you're beating the man senseless. But yes, we walked past another fight with the dog bosses with violence and acronyms, very creative acronyms, and everything was fine. Moving on. Quick suppression. Yeah, let's hope we get that. Because this build is not really good for long fights. Okay, that's... Nah, that'll work. And suppress. Favorite. And then Dawn. No, Dawn. Not yet. Not yet, Dawn. Soon, but not yet.
교전 시작합니다.
See, look at that. Jesus fucking Christ. And then here comes Hong with the most attacks in his repertoire. However, unfortunately, one of them got eaten because coin. Roidia then continues dropping the ball. I don't know about her, really. When she's pressed, she doesn't hold together.
확인 사살.
She just loses clashes left and right. Rather unfortunate, but we're getting there. Okay, so, you know what you're gonna do, Roidia? You're gonna use your fucking ego. Because why not? This build isn't really focused around egos anyway. So, you know what? You're gonna negate that attack by hurling your ego at it. Okay, he does have a Wrath bonus. And this is also, you know, he's also weak to Pierce, which, way to go, Bunny Heath. Okay, so, both of those attacks are coming at you. Well, Sword Boy, I think, can intercept. Yes, he can intercept. Perfectly fine. And then Dawn, who unfortunately did not get hit her charge attacks. Right there.
로자, 교전 시작.
Man, I hadn't really seen how kind of inconsistent that first skill is. In order to build Rip Space reliably, you really need that second skill to proc. Or rather, second card to come up rather than just the first one. Come on. Come on, Ish. Jesus Christ, Ish. Ow. Ow. Good thing they're level 30, though. Ow. And then he starts winning clashes. Great. Thank you, Dom. We were actually powering through that pretty well up until right then. What the fuck's going on here? Speeds, wow, fuck. Jesus Christ, Hong. Okay. The funny thing about Cleave is, while it's not his best attack, it wins clashes very well. Okay, so, again, no Rip Space. And actually, really, it doesn't matter if we don't use that. So, I think... Does she have 2 attacks headed towards her? No, she doesn't. Okay. This attack's coming over to Roidia. Okay, so Heath. Yeah, we got a problem with Roidia over there. I'm not quite sure how we're going to solve that. Actually, I know how we're going to solve that, even though I could just punch him right in the right arm. We're going to... Actually, nope, can't redirect it. Okay, well, sorry, Roidia. You are fugged. The end.
깡총.
Get good. That's the only thing I can say to you. This is simply a skill issue. As in right there. And now Hong's paralyzed. Boy, I'm gonna need that Rip Space now. There we go. And this will destroy the other arm. So one arm's staggered, and then the other arm's actually close to death. Good, fantastic. Yeah, you guys are kind of falling apart at the seams. This is not good. Oh, great. Now he's concentrating fire on all the on multiple people. Great. Okay, so yeah, gonna have to do that, and then hopefully next turn we can actually deploy Rift Space. Though, you know what? Fuck it, because here's the thing about Rift Space: it can't stagger her. But then again, also, well, that's just neutral, sadly. So I'd want to do it over here and do an assload of damage over there, but I know I'm gonna waste that because I know he has damage limitations. Like, so when you beat him down to his second and third phases, he gets basically an iframe, which is annoying as fuck. So a lot of that damage, even if it's too much, is gonna get wasted. So, oh well, fuck it. We should be all right.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Okay, part broken, and you see, that's not doing any damage now. Which is incredibly fucking annoying. Okay, so we'll just beat the shit out of this part. Same diff, really? No, still neutral. I think bonuses are the same. Oh well.
교전 시작합니다.
But I really, really fucking hate this mechanic like this, because now I'm gonna break the arm. Thankfully, Dawn got her charges off, so she's gonna be the last attack. So she can deploy Rift Space, but now it's broken, and now Roidia isn't doing any fucking damage. I fucking hate that. But now that we have that all sorted out, okay, who's he attacking? He's attacking Ish twice. So here we go. And then after that, we could deploy Ego. Well, actually, why not? Eth only has one round, and that's not good, but that means we're going to use the red attack, because I know the red attack actually has a melee in there. And then bludgeon, well, it looks like Ish is going to take a hit, but that's fine. Paralyze. Fuck your rolls. Fuck you and your rolls.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Big, huge fucking numbers.
다음은 어디로?
Okay, never mind. Thanks, Dawn. Who needs an ego when you have an attack like that? Yeah, I think that's probably why her main ego sucks, because she has that in one of her identities. So her main ego doesn't really have to be good. You don't need it if you have fucking if you have maxed out Warp Corp Dawn. Absolutely fucking wrecked. But here we go, folks. It's level 3. It's almost time to deploy the strategy. Which I'm so concerned about, I'm not going to... Well, we could use Dawn. That could actually help some of these encounters. But we get a heal right before the fight anyway. So
제가 원하는 대로 베어버려도 되나요?
we get a checkpoint at the right before the fight. So they're nice about that. So it doesn't matter who we use. Yep. Back down here at the pile of bodies. The end result of all my grinding. This is the the landfill where they put all the bodies that come out of the mirror dungeons. They go through an interdimensional pipe system catered by the Mario Brothers, and they wind up in this fucking basement. Evidently. But okay, so quick suppression, yes. Which Rift Space is struggling. Good thing I'm not fucking using it. Okay.
교전 시작합니다.
This is where they get the mystery meat from. Yes.
날 뛰어보라고.
That's one. Quick suppression is also another attack that has a suspiciously high amount of hits in it. The damage is really good, but the melee component of it is also really, like, that's the icing on the fucking cake there. That's what takes it from a powerful attack to, oh dear fucking god, look out. Though, another fun thing about ammunition I'm noticing is that while, yeah, you have a limited supply of attacks, the funny thing about it is, if you kill the man with a gun attack, he doesn't waste all of his ammo.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
So he just uses the ammo he uses for those attacks and doesn't use any more, which is nice.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Dink.
표적 완전 무력화.
She did not need to shoot out the kneecaps that time. Okay, moving on.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
Again, funny enough, this build is not really all that articulate about things, aside from just using two characters that I know are really
같이
fucking good.
식사를 해야 하는 규칙이 있었다.
But yes, we know. My family were really down with robot prosthetics. And then there's this weird girl that keeps following me around. She's got something about keys and whistling. I thought this was the start of my high school anime experience, but I was right in all the ways I didn't want to be right. But yes, we went through this. We know. I'm skipping the scenes because we've already been through this, and it's beating Cromer Day now. Story time later, after we actually beat Cromer. Then we can see the rest of that story.
깡총.
The ending fight, Builder Boy.
표적
Because I
무력화.
didn't have what I needed to beat Cromer, because I didn't actually have units that were, I didn't know what the fight was going to be, and so I wasn't actually specialized to actually take on the fight. So I had to give up right when we met Cromer, which, well, she's kind of designed to do that, honestly. She feels like she uses a lot of mechanics in the dungeon, but she also doesn't.
깡총.
She's a very special case that you actually really needed to know beforehand, or you're just gonna fail. Or be over leveled.
맛이 있는데?
But we can't use bleed, we can't use burn, and honestly, the best of my characters were using those attacks.
다음은 어디요?
Now I've got something that doesn't use bleed or burn, though, so we'll be fine. It also spams Mersul's ego every single fucking turn, which we should be able to get through on that. Also, it spams 3 other egos, if need be.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bench Hong Lu for that, and Bunny Heath as well. I know. This is what they're doing right now is why they're here.
어느 날 옆반에 데미안이라는
They are
이름의
just for blasting through the dungeon until we get to Cromer, and then we have another team to take care of that. This team, I just kind of thought up because it seemed like a lot of effective units that I have, and Kurakumo Hong is absolutely fucking busted. He's not the most fucking busted unit in the game, but he's of the highest class. Okay, so you are attacking that guy. You are attacking this guy, and you aren't really attacking anybody. Okay, and then Quake rounds. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna survive, but this one looks like it probably will go quick.
깡총.
목표 일시 무력화. 목표 완전 무력화.
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요?
날 뛰어보라고.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
다음은 어디요?
Done and done. But then again, this was a multi-wave. I didn't look up there to see that. I'm only concentrating on the enemy in front of me. Thinking? Tactical planet. Nah. We just kill people here.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 헛! 목표 일시 무력화.
표적 완전 무력화.
Conserve the ammo, he's already dead. Just... Yep, there you go.
내 앞을 막을 자는
We
없어.
unlocked win rate. Just pressed win rate.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Fuck clicking on things, just click win rate. We have to go all the way around town here, which is kind of annoying.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
This would have been really, really nice if I would have walked through here without actually doing any of this. Like,
부모님의 눈을 피해 지하실
if I had
열쇠를
walked through,
돌려보지.
actually had been prepared and finished Cromer, all in order. But now this is an important learning experience for me. It means come oversupplied for the fucking dungeon, so I might be able to get out of certain situations that may come up to try and screw with us. Because, like I said at the start of the stream, I do things blind. I don't try and metagame. I want to experience content, and I want to see things without someone immediately telling me, oh, what's the best way to play the game? So, with that, unfortunately, it means that I'm going to be surprised, and I may be potentially unprepared. So if I'm going to do this going forward, what I'm going to need to do is come over-leveled and overstocked. That way, we can just have the story and immediately beat the story with, all in one sitting.
로자, 교전 시작.
You got 9 dudes over 30? Jesus, how many tickets is that? Over 300? I didn't do the math. I just sat there pressing win rate. I just took Kurakumo Hong,
확인 사살.
Rabbit Heath, and Kurakumo Rhodia. I picked fucking, White Gauzopium as often as I could possibly get it, and I just sat there in the mirror dungeons over and over and over again, just pressing win rate for every single fight, and winning every single fight. It was not hard. It just took goddamn forever, but it's not hard. So I didn't know, I wasn't prepared for Cromer's fight, and the Gatch didn't give me any really specialized units for dealing with Cromer. I got a really good team for just absolutely acing the mirror dungeons in speedrunning time. So, the orders were clear. The instructions were clear and verified. Grind the mirror dungeons and come in here at level 30 and beat someone senseless.
내
Got it.
앞을 막을 자는 없어.
That's what I got, that's what I did. Though I have read, tier lists and some guides on individual units, but I haven't read anything on Cromer. No spoilers, even though I see spoilers starting to leak on Twitter, which is kind of concerning. And it also means that, everyone beat Cromer before me, but I've been kind of dragging ass anyway. I'm bad with keeping on top of gadget games, but for this one, once this is done, I'm gonna be on top of this shit. Because I'll have everybody at fucking max level and there'll be nothing to do but bank fucking, energy nodes for the event.
재미는 없겠지만
And then only come back in to actually flex my muscles when they actually raise the level cap, whenever the fuck that is.
목표 일시 무력화. 목표 완전 무력화.
Also, Builder Boy, it's also 10 dudes,
즐겁네요.
because I actually leveled base Dawn to level 30, even though, apparently, according to tier list, she's the worst identity in the game. I will find some way to make her good, though, I swear it. Both because I like Don Quixote in the game, and it was one of those moments where me and Project Moon were sharing a brain cell for a bit. Yes, little girl Don Quixote. Yes, this is a good idea. Yes, people will love this. Yes.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
She Heathcliff. Yeah, the she identities all suck apparently too, because you have to keep them at low health, and the bonuses they get even when you actually fulfill that don't really matter. So all of the she identities suck. But Dawn I understand, because Dawn has one good card, and the rest of them are single coin attacks that don't really do all that much damage. They hit, but they only hit once. And they do a modest amount of damage, but that's all she does. And oh boy, here we go again. Okay, so, Roydia, you remember this. That one. That one. That one. That one. And we're good.
로자, 교전 시작.
And he kills himself using his third skill. Yep, The sad thing is, we don't have anybody quite like the, any of the units, or rather, the gimmicks that She section had in Ruina. those were effective if you knew how to use them. Or, you know, if you had the, you know, once you actually gained up the thing. I've been using that, whatchamacallit, that page. I forget exactly what the fuck that woman's name was, but I vividly remember her killing herself on my doorstep. So, that's, you know, units killing themselves accidentally is on par for she section, but they're also kind of good when they're about to do that too. So that looks like they kind of missed that one. Rip Space, however, made the transition fine. Evidently. Also, hey, guys, what the... Oh, well, that's one of the other attacks. Right, we can't redirect those. Well, have fun blocking both of those attacks, Roydia. We're kind of fucked on that one. Sorry.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Rip Space is fucking fantastic. Clash. I really have no idea how the fuck that winds up going like that. Yeah, sure, it's... You lose the coin, you know, a coin for every failed clash there. But sometimes you don't. Like, one coin abilities can go multiple losses against multi-coin attacks and still be fine. I don't get it. I really have no fucking idea how the hell that works. But here we go. He's strongest fucking attack. Actually, he didn't have any charge, so that wasn't quite at maximum volume. Yeah, Buildery Boy, I don't get it. How the fuck can a coin... That would be a key weakness, right? Because you only have one coin to lose. And so that, you know, a single coin attack actually has a disadvantage against multiple coin attacks. Then the game becomes throwing coins at people. And it seems like they saw that and fixed it, but they didn't tell you about it. Like, there is something in place that allows single coin attacks to be more competitive against multi-coin attacks, but in no way do they show you this.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
It just kind of happens in front of you, and you're wondering whether or not you understood the mechanics before or not. And likely we do, it's just that it happens for some bizarre reason and they didn't actually explain how the fuck that actually happens. And, oh boy, an actually difficult fight, it says anyway. That was against the fucking dogs. I forget exactly which fights were, you know, what fights were which here, but, okay. PM not explaining things par for the course. Well, at least they're changing things, but now we're gonna have the PM changing things is actually somewhat of a downside. Because quite like Ruina, I had a lot of people while I was playing Ruina telling me things that were no longer accurate, and they thought they were all experts at the game, and then over the course of early access for Library of Arena, a lot of shit changed so that none of that information was actually accurate anymore. So I think we're gonna have that problem here if things keep getting updated, because everybody's gonna think they're fucking amazing at this game, and then they're not gonna play it for a while, and then, wait, why is everything different? Okay, so that, yeah, quick suppression. Good, fantastic. They're bad at scripting and giving tutorials. Yeah, they're good at writing, though. And that's kind of why we kind of, I think that's mainly why we, you know, I do it, and I think it applies for everyone, why we let them get away with this shit. Because the stories that they give us are just so fucking good. Especially this one. The story for this game is fucking fantastic so far. The only downside of it is I want more of it. It's about to end, and I want more of it. Okay. Well, why not? We could use Fluid Sac, but Fluid Sac on Don isn't really all that good. Also, another note here. I know Heathcliff has Telepole. I don't have it, but isn't it kind of funny how Don Quixote and Faust both get Fluid Sac, and next update they're both getting Telepole? Huh. I don't know why that is, but it makes me question things, even more so when I know what, you know, Faust's situation is, because it's in her fucking name, and then I also know Madoka Magica, which is again a rendition of Faust, and I know PM knows about it too, where one of the most nicest optimistic characters in the game turns into an absolutely pessimistic, frustrated asshole by the end of the adventure because all of her friends keep dying. So, I'm looking at Don Quixote and I'm looking at Faust and I'm like, they wouldn't pull a Momura on us like this, would they? Granted, in Library of Ruina, we literally just had Eiji Kyoko, so again, I'm But anyway, okay. Next, that's just me being paranoid. That's a conspiracy theory of mine, but I know what Faust's deal is going to be. We just don't know exactly what we're doing, what the core tenets of that story are going to be. Same with Don Quixote. I know exactly what's going to happen with Don Quixote. I just have no idea how much of the elements are going to be used and where, because we know there's going to be a Sancho, there's likely going to be a Dulcinea, but it depends on what they do with their story, and if they reference the book where Dulcinea is Madam not appearing in the story, for more comedy effect, or the play where Dulcinea actually has a role in the story that really fits within the city. She's a disgruntled, prostitute, and Don Quixote's frivolous nonsense actually warms her up a bit and actually makes her look on the bright side of life. That fits with this city. That's the kind of thing that I would expect in this city. But Faust, we don't quite know how much of a nice, happy schoolgirl Faust was at the beginning of the journey, and what resulted in currently Faust, which is a somewhat passive-aggressively snarky, absolutely detached person, referring to herself in the third person for no apparent reason.
깡총.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I kind of, since they flashbanged us with fucking books, we kind of know where they're going. Faust knows everything. Yes, because she's been going through multiple repetitions of the same fucking events. Which probably means this one. My guess is that she either has some form of singularity, nonsense going on with her that she's able to repeat timelines, or it has something to do with the engine inside of Mephisto. Something to do with the mirror dimensions, and having her seeing and experiencing, multiple timelines over and, repeatedly over and over again, and it being awful. That's kind of where I suspect this is going, and also, the bus is named fucking Mephistopheles, and she's named Faust. Gee, I wonder if the two are intrinsically related. What did Faust do on the magic school bus? Not a demon, the devil. Yes, Mephistopheles is legit the devil in disguise. And the entire thing about Faust, his entire story, is that it's a bet between God and the devil that this guy will totally fall to sin if I punish him enough. And God's like, nah, man, he'll stay true to the end. And the devil's like, you sure about that? Thus the story of Faust. If I make the man see horrible things over and over and over again, will he break? God says no. I say, I think I know better than God.
교전 시작합니다.
And the devil would want to do this because it would prove God fallible and thus undo all of existence. So, I'm not terribly well read on Faust, but that's kind of the whole thing. It's a funny joke between the devil and God, or rather a fucking poker bet, that this guy is totally not gonna break.
로자, 교전 시작.
I don't think that's Faust's story, that's a different story. I might be remembering something. Undo existence. Oh wait! Oh wait, now I remember! That's not Faust. You know what that's from? That's fucking Dogma. That's the plot of Dogma. I'm an idiot. That last bit, but I know the whole thing with Mephistopheles and God is actually, it's a bet. I can't, the other parts are fucking completely off, but religious symbolism, but sort of not really pertinent. I'm an idiot. No, that is in fact, the story of Faust to an extent. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But that's also the plot of fucking Dogma, and I'm a moron. Some of those are right, not all of it. I'm not a well-read person on the Bible and these stories. I'm just a writer trying to, make entertaining stories that I don't actually write for people. I just play other ones.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Where they make one person very miserable.
그곳일까 곳곳을.
I might have been confused because I thought because a long ass time ago, I saw a play that wasn't Dogma. There's a play that where it was the whatchamacallit, it was God and Mephistopheles talking to each other, i.e. the devil. So they were talking about this one. I may have gotten confused, and that wasn't actually Dogma. Sorry about that, folks. May have gotten confused on that bit. But I kind of know where the stories are going, even if I don't give into the flashbangs for all the books. Some of them, at least. I know Isha's story is going to take place on a boat and deal with some form of obsession that is unreasonable. Her ego and her name give this away. We don't know if it's literally a fucking whale, though. But there's going to be some kind of obsession for something that tilts towards completely fucking unreasonable. Don't know what it is, but it's probably gonna involve a boat. And then there's people that I will admit I have no idea what their deal is. Like Heath, for example, I've never read or even heard of beforehand. Wuthering Heights, I think, is the story. I have no idea what his deal is. So then there's shit I just don't know. So I'm not a pretentious bastard trying to, say I know everything about the story. No, there's shit that I just don't know. And also, wow. Hong took a fucking nasty hit there and I didn't actually notice. Oof. Okay, so Don, what are you doing? Don's not being attacked by anybody. Or rather, that's Don. That's fucking Hong. Whoops. That's you. That's your dance card. And then you're attacking that guy.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Ishmael probably very angry at Captain Ahab for leading her sea voyage to danger. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's whatchamacallit. Clavier? Clavito? That is a weird jumble of names, but not found, sir. Yeah, that's obviously where that's going. Something Ahab, something boat, something Holy Grail White Whale. Or the other way around, actually. White Whale, Holy Grail. Somebody's gonna say that. But also oof. Yeah, Hong took an oof there. That's kind of bad. However, let's make sure he doesn't die. That would be very, very bad. Then again, quick suppression would probably be very good on this guy. Also, he's attacking. Yeah, he's actually attacking him. That's Dawn. Dawn does not have enough for rip space. That's an issue. She has enough health, though. It'll be fine. This is going to be the turn where we get kind of oofed, I'm seeing. I think it'd be a good time to deploy Rhodia's ego. That might actually be incredibly helpful. Actually, you know what we should do? That's a 2, right? What is Rhodia's speed 6? Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that one out. We're going to have Dawn switch over and take out one of these staggered jokers. Rhodia, unfortunately, now has something coming straight for her head, but, yeah, Ish hasn't chosen an attack yet, so I know where that's going. And then she fucks it up! Wow. They did not want you to win against that attack. Yeah, I didn't notice that that gauge going higher. Oof. He actually deflected an ego. Oof. Thankfully, he's not really going to have very many reinforcements after this one. He might not even actually be alive after this. Good, there's that. And, well, Don, you can take care of this, you'll be fine. Actually, Rip only has 1 attack. You know what? That'll probably do 17 damage. That'll probably handle that. Everybody else can just dump damage on this motherfucker.
교전 시작합니다.
I do believe the actual story of Faust is a genius in the sense that he knows the answer to all possible questions related to academic studies and stuff. What he asked Mephistopheles is the knowledge to figure out the meaning of life. Life's true purpose. Right, okay. A book I should probably fucking read. And there's also something about Leviathan being very important to the story. And that's where Virgilius is from, apparently. It's not actually just Virgil. It just kind of sounds the same. I kind of see what they did there then. Leviathan is a PM webcomic. Oh. Actually, no. Well, actually. Funny hook goes swoosh.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
If he survives, which he's going to be pretty close to death by this point.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Not yet. Now he's dead.
목표 완전
Okay,
무너져.
put the hook down, Ish. We'll have the beach episode later. Excuse me. So yes, enough of my uncultured, nonsensical ramblings about books I've never read. Moving on. But it is very clear that if you read the books, you probably know what's going to happen with each of these individual characters. You don't quite know what the spin is going to be for that story, because they're obviously not just taking it straight from it. The elements will appear somehow. You know what they are, it's just that how are they going to actually warp them? Because they're going to warp them somehow. Yes, not found the exact idea.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
You get the outline of the story and what it entails, but not how the elements are going to be utilized within the story. But you get to feel smart when you notice one of the elements actually appearing in the story and go, ah! Very intellectually enriching. Ah, yes. Ooh. Well, they're on defense, so okay, good. That's not as scary as it seems. I probably could have swapped out Hong there. I probably shouldn't have brought him in there, but we'll be fine. We only have to attack these guys one at a fucking time.
깡총.
And that's the best thing that this team can do, burst damage. But again, here we go. Well, good that they stopped the other attacks too, but Ish just wasted all of her fucking ammo, and none of that did any damage. I fucking hate that. I absolutely fucking hate that shit. But why activate any of the other guys before it's time?
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Absolute shit in boss fights. You know, sometimes he's actually okay, because he just puts out so much fucking damage with quick suppression that at the end of a mirror dungeon, or one of the earlier boss fights, you could probably just punch right through, which is fine. But yeah, you don't want him against Cromer because he does bleed. You don't want to do that. And the thing is, the longer the fight lasts, his damage will fall off once he runs out of ammo. That's his thing. He's very good for burst attacks or burst damage, but when you need sustain, he will be the first guy that falls flat. That's his kind of balancing fact, but he's not very balanced like that because he just utterly destroys most of this dungeon, the other dungeons, and the mirror dungeons.
로자, 교전 시작.
Because of the way he refreshes ammo in between encounters, he's just always gonna be good.
좀더 잘 뵐 수 있을
Well, at least I
것
broke
같군요.
it then. But there you go. Oh, good. Ish didn't waste ammo too. Fantastic. Okay, that's heading for him. We can redirect that because it's only 1 speed. Actually, well, we need to redirect 2 attacks anyway. Actually, so you know, what we're going to do is, well, actually, you know what? Heath, what do you got? Just the red attacks. You could probably manage this. We could probably manage to shut this guy down and move on to that guy next turn. Probably.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 불의 목표 일시 무력화.
Moving on. Okay, good. Fantastic. We're on track. Right as Heath is gonna run out of ammo anyway. So that's what this is it, really. We'll be fine, but now Heath is gonna be out of ammo. Shaman isn't his fucking, purple card, but oh well.
교전 시작합니다.
You could probably do just pure defense and they kill themselves. I suppose so, but I think that's what inflicting poison on other people is supposed to stop. Because I'm not sure if these guys do it, but I know the main snake boss does that. So, well, at least he's gonna get melee attacks out of that with that whole one fucking bullet. Don cannot do... Actually, actually, wait a minute. I think there's one more fight after this. I think? Fuck it. She's probably not even gonna get to use them. Nope, she gets it. Oh well. Oh, she didn't kill him because it's not a full fucking charge, but oh well. Don't actually do that! You can do that in emergencies if you really need to, but we really didn't. So, we get a heal anyway after, before the boss fight, so that's fine, but don't actually do that. Ah, right, that was the last one. Yep, there you go. Okay! Now that I've exposed myself as a completely uncultured swine in the realm of literature, we can actually get on with the fucking boss fight. So let's kill Cromer now. How are we gonna kill Cromer? By mercilessly spamming Mersault's ego. And a couple of other ones. Right, okay, so we're going to put, Hong and Rabbit Heath away because they are now the exact wrong things to use. So, first we're gonna have Mersault. Then we're gonna have Sinclair because the marks he needs to be on the field for the marks to actually mean any fucking thing. And then we're gonna have Warp Corp Don Quixote for damage and also synergy with pumping into Mersault's ego, as does Sinclair because he has the appropriate cards. Then we're gonna have Warp Corp Faust because she can actually also pump into this. There's going to be a shitload of envy cards moving through this entire the system here, and that will allow her to use her second ego, which also inflicts a debuff. And then Tsang, who is bad for abnormality fights, but we could also use his ego, and Faust has a single red card to satisfy the one fury or one wrath that you need for his ego. Everything else is sloth, which this team is going to be just absolutely loaded on. Phase 2 of the fight won't save resistances in the encyclopedia. It's a bug I think that they are fixing. Oh, okay. Just use a Twitch streamer's ego and you'll one-shot everything. Yeah, like mine! Anyway, let's go.
옳은 선택일까?
Time to chain the bitch up. Let's go.
어땠어, 싱클레어? 네 마음속에 나 있는 길에서
Yes, it's called...
정답은 찾을 수 있었니?
Quite honestly, the answer to the yandere girlfriend is bitch breaking. Moving on. Okay, so let's see how this works. I think it'll work. It seems like on paper it's going to work. I haven't tested it because once again I walk into shit blind. Let's see how this works! Because when Mersault had his ego up, we were winning a fight that we actually weren't really prepared for. That was the only way we were making it to the second stage. Now we actually are prepared for it. Lou Gregor still works on Cromer. How? He does fire damage. Anyway, Right, okay, so what we need for Faust is, or rather, not Faust, is Mersault's ego is we need an envy card, which, hey, there's one. We need 2 of them. Okay, so that's Sang. Okay. Then we need, oh, there's the other one. Energy cycle for Faust. That's 2 envy cards. And then we need a gloom card, which, hey, well, right there. It's Don Quixote. And that's actually dominating, so that's gloom. And then we need a sloth card, which, there we go. There we go. And then we're gonna need a lot of envy for this one. So, you know, we're gonna oversupply an envy. And that's Mersault's ego instantly up the next turn. We got your number, bitch. Okay! Also, I have resources here I didn't actually realize. We can even put that up the first turn. Fuck! When did these save? Did these save through the entire floor? I haven't been noticing that. Huh. Anyway.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Does anyone know what the dealio is with saved, Well, that's okay, Faust. You take basically no fucking damage from that anyway. Haha! AP. Or rather, armor here. Okay, so now that I actually have the resources, even though I haven't been seeing when these extend and when they don't. I should have been building that up the whole fucking dungeon. Damn. Anyway. Here come the chains. So that immediately gets fucking negated. We're gonna save Sang's ego for the second phase because that actually requires the Wrath cards, and I only get a handful of those from Faust. So we're gonna save up on that. In the meantime, though, we're going to be building up as much envy and sloth as we possibly fucking can. Okay, so there's that. Don, let's see here. Favored, they're all favored. The grippening. And then, Samba will just Samba. Unopposed. Unopposed and undaunted. Okay, wait, hang on here. Who's the fuck? Oh, right, Faust. We're also gonna need the gloom cards as well, but we actually get those real fucking quick. So, right. Well, I guess she's just gonna hurl it in, because the attack doesn't need to hit for you to get the resource. Go nuts? So everybody's clashing here properly, right? Nobody's being fucking decked? Right, good. Okay, moving on. Next. Fuck, I have enough for Sinclair's ego out of fucking nowhere. I haven't been paying attention to that at all. Wow, no damage! And here goes her ability to stop any of my attacks.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Okay, so now with her clashing ability totally fucking ruined, we can just do whatever we want now, and we're gonna have that up every single fucking turn. So, here it is. Okay, she's going after Dawn, but, that's, well, we can't redirect with this, but it'll be a party pooper. So, let's see here. Dawn's at least gonna get hit once. That's rather unfortunate. Okay, what's the worst fucking attack that she's got? This one and these, so we're gonna stop that. We're gonna let the middle one slide through. Energy cycle. That one, and, well, I guess we'll just get 3 of each. So that one's being blocked, that one's gonna be blocked, and that one, there.
적들을 제거하겠소.
Yeah, hi! Oh, you still dodged. Well, I'll get it next turn. And wow, Faust, you are just not getting those rolls, huh? Granted, she's only doing like fucking 4 damage to you in those attacks. Bap. She's being a bitch, but she's gonna get hit with an ego every single fucking turn.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Oh well, we'll just have to wait for Faust's red card then. Oh no, like 2 damage. Wow, how miserable. Okay, here we go again. Let's see here. We need envy cards. Okay, so energy cycle. That needs to come in now. Let's see here. And then Rip Space, unfortunately, is not going to make it, but we have the 2 envy cards we need for the next turn anyway. So we'll be fine for another rotation. The Gloom, we're high on Sloth. So you know what? We're going to take the 2 Gloom cards we can. Okay, this is... Right, we can steal that. And then the other Gloom card over here. And then we'll just... Don just does Sloth, because Don cannot use Rip Space safely. We're gonna save that for the second phase of this fucking disaster. And that's the best attack to use it on. Okay.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
That makes him harder to stagger and also wins the clash. Good, Faust gets a clash. How about that? Good lord, finally.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Right, and yeah, now even though this is here, somehow he still, yeah, he's still staggered somehow. I don't know how that works, but anyway, we still have, even though Mersault is slow here, we have 2 other people that can actually intercept. Right, that. I shall claim your life. No! No, you shall not. And we haven't been, oh, what? No, there's the red card right there. Fantastic. No, ye shan't. So, good. That's intercepted. Fantastic. Right, okay, so Rip Space. Still can't use it, but that's totally fine. Well, the other attacks, though. Intercepted. Let's see. Faust needs to use her red card to save the... Or rather, to regain the Wrath card that I'm just using right now. And then, of course, Mersault just throws out more salt. Way to go, Salt Man.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Hi. I planned for you, bitch.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
So Clash, Dodge, Ego, doesn't care, still stagger. Yeah, it's bullshit. But it's okay because we get to use it as a net advantage here because we just do more damage to her now. And you're still getting debuffed! The debuffs keep coming!
것들이 옥죄어 온다.
I mean, yes. Unfortunately, that was a little overkill, but just to keep it up every turn, because I need to keep it up every turn. I said we were going to keep it up every turn, and I fucking meant it. Unfortunately, Ripskate... Actually, she can use Rip Space! Fantastic! Good! And then another Envy there. Let's see here. Faust has Gloom. We don't have it this turn, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're probably going to beat the ever-loving shit out of her. You see, I should have saved it last turn. Whoops. I should have accounted for, yeah, that's going to stagger her no matter what happens. So, whoops-a-doodles on that part, but we're okay. We can afford to make that kind of a fuck-up. Samba and Mersault are the tankiest motherfuckers in the game. They have the distance to go here, even if everyone else kind of can. Okay, so that's Sloth and Gloom. What do we need more Sloth, I'm seeing. We'll pick up some more Sloth on the way home.
신속히 처리하죠.
Ding! Ding, 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 ding.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Ah, she's not dead. Dang. Unfortunately, I don't really have amazingly high damage attack egos anyway. But, well, here we go. Back out. Okay, so this... Ding. Okay, so we still need more envy cards. So we kind of need to relax on that. Okay, so... Neutral. Favored. Good. Okay, fantastic. Don cannot use Rip Space twice, unfortunately. It's a real shame. That's favored. Good. Intercepted. Samba, you get the other Wrath card, or the Envy card. That is unfortunately struggling, but it's okay. You can survive at one bad check there. And then some gloom. Unopposed. You see, you're gonna get... You might take a hit, but then Faust is gonna be fine.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
So, a little bit out of order here because I didn't realize, oh yeah, right. She gets staggered when I do that. Yeah, that's guaranteed. There's no fucking around. I just wanted to be fucking clever about it. So now, unfortunately... Oh, well that's great! You gripped him again! That means I get to throw another fucking attack at you. I get to redirect that and get another free stun!
억제 온다.
Hooray! Unfortunately, well, that's next turn. So now I know I'll just bank it again. Right? Purify. Actually, you're not using it. Wow, okay. You're not using the attack. Why? Mystify. Okay. He's still fine, though. But all of those attacks are, yep, those are all... I don't even really need to use any special attacks here. But I will, just because, Except Final Pain. Deal and take 100% more damage. Defense skill power. I think we could probably not use the ego this turn, but... She uses it every second gaze. Huh. Okay, so she does it once, and then she does this without actually doing it, and then the next time she does it, she will do it. But we've got her killed now. So now we just need to beat the shit out of her. Okay, so we really, really need more envy cards. So actually it's pretty good that I got a stall here. So it's actually pretty good that I'm giving myself a break. So the chain man needs a little bit of time to recoup. Let's see, that's unopposed. He can't deflect anything, unfortunately. Damn. Well, just punch her a lot. It's not like he's gonna get hit anyway. Okay, Sloth, and then Gloom is still up there. These only take one apiece. It's the Wrath that, or the Envy. It's the Envy that takes a lot out of these. So we can kind of just keep pushing these up, and at least we have a complete set. Well, we already have two over here. So Also, does this satisfy? Actually, did I? It does! Good. Actually, that's a 3-coin attack, and that's Rushing Heart, which gains a bonus. But then again, that's not the lowest speed. So that means that Mersault, who doesn't have a 3 attack, would actually get that bonus. That's worthless, unfortunately. What a shame.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Again, I should have won that already without having to go into that, but okay. And she's alive with 39 health. Oh. Ow, that actually really fucking hurt him. Wow, okay. Whoops. I didn't think they were gonna do that much damage, but okay. Whoops. Misstep there. She dies this scene, do not either... that attack, she's keeping up... Yeah, right. So she's gonna die here. It'd be nice to have the extra bonuses, but she's going to die here. The sad bit is we have to get rid of this one attack. Who has an attack that can stagger this? Don does! Fantastic! Keep that shit off Sinclair. He's gonna... He looks like he's going to get oofed. But he's not a necessary component to keep the machine here working, so if he happens to bite the dust, we'll be okay. That one. Great, fantastic. That one, done. That one, done. This one. Faust. I need more envy cards. You can still win that. Yeah, I need the envy cards. And we're going into the next stage anyway.
신속히 처리하죠.
And you fuck that up anyway, but oh well. She's probably gonna die to this. Yep, there it is. She keeps attacking, though. That's great. She keeps attacking though, even though I hit her through her face thing, and then keeps doing more damage. That's great. That's really great. That's utterly fucking stupid. But all right, next. Now the real fucking show begins. We took way more damage than I wanted to though. Okay. Everyone's fucking staggered. Everybody is fucking staggered now. Thanks. Still had your 50% revive though, right? I don't think I got that this time. Because I think I failed all of those fucking checks in a rather annoying state of affairs, and now Don's being hit and stagger, and that's not good. And yeah, I don't have anybody to stop these attacks now. Fucking fantastic. Actually, well, no, I don't. Annoyingly, I don't. So everyone's gonna take more damage now because I happen to wind up getting staggered here. That one thing fucked me up that hard.
머리통을 박살내주마.
She's fine. Actually, she takes 2 attacks, but... Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on! Leave the fucking cute girl alone, you cocksucker!
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
After the snake boss, you get it required. Okay, so I have it, I guess. So if we get a revive, if we have it, we have it. Unfortunately, Sinclair's looking a little oof there, but okay, debuffs out. Levels here, we just need to keep pumping those envy cards, which means that Dawn is gonna have to use rip space. God damn it. Actually, the one time, well, actually, we don't really need to, I guess. So this is going where, and you just have everyone's getting slowed, but. This is where Sang's ego comes in. Because that makes everyone fast! So I'll be able to block some fucking attacks after this. However, Samba's getting fucking absolutely wrecked here, and I don't think I have what I need to actually stop him. Okay, so, I can't redirect the attacks, god damn it. Huh. Well, you can try and dodge. That's what you can do, Samba. You can dodge like a motherfucker. Dodge. Okay, so that's the right arm. The maw is actually giving us the most attacks, so we should concentrate fire on the maw. But I'll have Dawn attacking this part because nobody is. Son of a bitch. All right.
신속히 처리하죠.
We'll figure out some way through this. Unfortunately,
이상이 무엇이라
Samba taking that much damage may have put us in a really bad spot. Still alive! Okay, well I can spang Sang's ego next turn, and that's gonna give her some debuffs. Actually, no, he's not. Wait. No, okay, that's there we go. That's the whatchamacallit, that's the second win. Good, fantastic.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Okay. Okay, unfortunately, well, she's staggered now. Fantastic. I don't need the ego this turn. I'm gonna need it next turn, though. Good lord. Dot has 9 fucking charge. But good, I got a damage phase out of this. Staggered the maw on the maw turn. Right, okay, so... Okay, what do we need here? Gloom and Sloth are both equally fine. We could probably get a Gloom chain going, but I need more Envy cards. I could spam egos now, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, how's everybody's sanity here? Actually, Mersault's sanity is actually going down now. So you know what? I think it might be a good time for Faust's first ego, even though I apparently I'm not making enough fucking Envy cards. And we've got enough to use that. Give everybody some nice, a nice fucking pep talk there. She knows everything, clearly.
머리통을 박살내주마.
I thought I was going to be making enough envy cards, but I'm not getting the cards I need when I need them.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Well, actually, it hit multiple parts, so good. Okay. All right, looking better now. We're just gonna keep up spamming Sang's ego. We'll have Mersault's ego up next turn. That's kind of a band-aid. Good. We can rip space. And actually, we can redirect this extra attack. Fantastic. Can I do it to the Maw, though? No, unfortunately, I can't. Do you even have any gluttony for Faust? No, but I have it stored for some bizarre reason. I guess the other team was storing it through the other encounters. I do not know how saving shit through encounters works. Also, she's weak to pride. Okay, that's noted. Actually, that means she's taking extra damage from Mersault's ego. Fantastic. Well, actually, I need somebody to redirect these attacks and no one else can. So you know what? Unfortunately, I'd love to attack them all, but no. Okay, Faust. We need ego cards. We need ego cards. We need them now. And Mersault, yeah, just kind of, well, punch them all then. Okay, and Samba didn't get an attack in. Punch them all, and hopefully we make it through this. Good, okay, everything's fucking contested, we're good.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Okay, that's a debuff to hold us over. It's not gonna be fucking fantastic, but we'll have Mersault's ego next turn. And then Rip Space goes out and probably is gonna do a whole shitload of damage. Go down, go! Go! Staggered! And unfortunately, Guard eats up most of that, but okay. I didn't stagger both arms, unfortunately. Okay, good, fantastic. Mersault can actually redirect any fucking attack he wants now. Okay, what's bad? All of them. Well, the one headed for him is bad, so he's eating that one. Okay, so we don't have any more Sang Ego because we didn't get the fucking card this turn. I think we're getting it next turn. Okay, Samba is not being attacked by anything. Great. Okay, that's the left arm. The Maw is... Okay, struggling, neutral. Yeah, just hit the left arm. Go for the unopposed attack when we can. Energy cycle, we still need more ego. We still need more envy. That one. Okay, end stop slash. Good, fantastic. We still need more fucking ego. Or, and ego energy. And, okay. Gloom and Sloth is looking a little low. Okay, depends on what the dealio that's dominating. What about this one? Also dominating. Though we are getting another one. Gloom is very high. We'll use this one to keep the chain going. But then again, honestly, I think at this point we need to do more damage. So you know what? Fuck it. Drop all pretense. Get the fuck out.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
We need to kill this girl, and we can do it.
이미 기회인 것 같소.
Come on. Okay. No.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
43 damage. That actually does a lot of damage in addition to actually staggering the shit out of her. Great. Okay. Cromer's getting fatigued. She'll expose a vulnerability soon. Okay, all parts gain 3 bind and 3 damage up, and their physical resistance changed to fatal. Okay, so now she's in purity mode. That's dangerous. However, we can handle this. Unfortunately, I can't redirect any attacks. That's rather sad. We can probably trash them all. We can do like 40 damage. Okay, so these attacks are gonna have to. Oh, actually, you know what? Who's gonna be worse off in this situation? Kyode is fine, and we'll have enough for rip space next turn. Fantastic. Sang, what are you doing? Okay, fine. We can do whatever we want, and then we're gonna pick up another red card for. Yes, good. That's that. That's Faust's best attack there. Samba. Okay, what do I need? I still need more sloth cards. So, congratulations, you've just been conscripted to sloth damage. Wait, you can do a level 5 absolute gloom on her. 50-50 odds you just kill her. I mean, I could. However, let's keep doing this my way.
머리통을 박살내주마.
Let's see if my way works. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, he didn't take all the damage from that. Good, okay. Good.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어온다.
That does a freakishly high. Wow, okay. That Mersault's ego is actually effective against her as a damage-dealing weapon and not just for the debuffs. Wow, okay. I think she might just be dead. All right. Cromer is breathing heavily. Perhaps it's a side effect of the transformation. Her posture is unstable, and her eyes are looking elsewhere. With her focus disrupted, we might be able to land a critical strike. Go! Mersault! The man in chains! The man in chains! Who will able to seize this opportunity? Well... Faust could do it. That's 6. She only needs to... Well, she needs to get 2. Or we could put it all on the line and get 1. And have Sinclair do it. You know what? I think I know what I want to do. It may be... Well, it still says high. According to the game, it's even chances. Faust might have higher odds. Maybe, unfortunately. If Sinclair doesn't kill the bitch, it doesn't mean anything. So you know what? Let's gamble! Yeah! Soon enough, she let her guard down. Sinclair didn't miss the chance to deliver a devastating blow. Go get him, fuckboy! It seemed pretty effective. A deep, indelible wound was left on Cromer's body. Could this be it? Yes. Yes, it is. Cromer, the dreamer of human wholeness, got staggered.
생각보다 쉬웠어.
Ow! Okay, what now? Okay, that apparently wasn't it, but come on, fuckboy, climb the mountain of corpses and go stab your yandere girlfriend in the face. She deserves it. Even though she thinks she's helping in some weird way. Get up there. The fleshy hill exuded potent acid, melting Sinclair's lungs. All the other sinners were being dissolved by caustic secretion too. Damn, everyone's dead. He trips and hits the ground. No, perhaps I should say he was thrown off his feet. Maybe you should make up your mind, narrator. In spite of that, he still crawls towards Cromer.
그래, 그거야. 고통스럽지, 증오스럽지. 전부 받아들여. 남기지 말고 모자리.
This is apparently Cromer's fetish.
나를 봐. 가장 순수한 인간을 가까운 이 모습을. 이 육체와 살기를. 너희들 누구 하나도 범접 못할 순수함을 강력함을.
Yeah, Sinclair, Cromer wants you to penetrate her in her meat orifice. Yeah, no, Cromer's fucking nuts. Get up there!
싱클레어, 너 지금 너무 인간답다. 너도 나처럼 될 수 있는 거야.
And we can have freaky, weird flesh octopus sex, apparently.
싱클레어, 사실은 무서웠지. 가족도 잃고 모르는 사람들이랑 버스를 타고 돌아다니면서 하고 싶지 않은 일을 억지로 하고
Oh boy, think of the character development I've given you. I've helped you so much! Don't you love me? No, Cromer. No!
사실 네가 있을 곳은 여기가 아니라는 마음이 들었지. 도망치고 싶었지. 다 그만두고 싶었지. 그렇지.
반드시
함께하자. 싱클레어, 피하지 말고 받아들여. 나의 원망을 완성시켜줘.
What does this fucking mean? How is this... How is any of this actually a good thing for anyone's grudge? Why would anyone agree? Oh, right. No, wait, no, I'm getting too ahead of myself. You see, even me and my uncultured swine, self here and intellectual level, can see that the woman's fucking mad and nothing coming out of her mouth really matters. Yeah, right. Me who confuses fine works of historical literature to bad movies no one remembers, right? Mm-hmm. She's gone full grudge demon goon. Yeah, I think so. The arm Sinclair was using to hold his weapon was growing limp by the second. He nevertheless continues in Cromer's direction.
고통을 받아들여야 해. 우린 고통마저도 초월한 순간에야 다시 태어날 수 있어.
Yep, just typical religious nonsense.
살점을 채우고 피를 쏟고 가장 인간다운 것을 매 순간 늘려가면서
Uh-huh.
만인의 도시에 존재하는 불순물이 걸러진 가장 순수한 세상으로.
Cromer, I don't think reducing everyone to biomass in the city is actually an upgrade, but then again, this place is so fucked, maybe in some ways it makes sense.
엄마, 아빠, 누나.
Go, Sinclair! Wash away your sins and kill the woman responsible! Sinclair vacantly mutters, looking at the faces of his now dead fellow sinners. I couldn't leave him like this. Okay, so what was I gonna do, aside from turn back the clock and activate super mode, right? Sinclair, listen to me! Believe in the mariachi! Believe in the mariachi band in your heart! Let the song ring out! Shake the maracas like you've never shaken them before! Or shook them. You know what I mean! I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to take action, but it was better late than never. Yeah, right? It took me forever to beat this fucking dungeon, but you know what? We're here, so better late than never, right, ladies and gentlemen? Act like the manager I am. Do my job, even though it hurts a lot. But then again, grinding was also incredibly painful and life-draining. They're fixing that, though, in like 3 days, but you know what? I had to be ahead of the game. I know you think a lot. I know there's a lot going on in your head that you can't share with others. But yes, here we are. I'm here mainly because I wanted to. I was never going to hear the end of it if I didn't actually complete the fucking dungeon before they nerfed, before they changed XP or anything like that. No, before it was too easy. No. I had to be here. I had to get to the finish line, and here I am. That's how he was. Worried that he might be a burden, he constantly put his mind through doubts and ruminations, most of which he never let on about. And no one really gave a fuck to listen to anyway. He's chewed up many a thought in the form of guilt.
가족들은 나 때문에 죽었어.
No, Sinclair. Your family was killed by a crazy religious faction that you didn't actually know anything about. Had you known, you probably wouldn't have actually wished your family dead.
말해서는 안 되는 것.
But you didn't know. Ignorance is, unfortunately, naivety can hurt you. However, ignorance is, well, you're right as a child.
그래, 모두 네 잘못이야. 그러니까 받아들여. 그래야 완전하게 거듭날 수 있어.
Woman, shut your meat orifice! We're having a moment! God!
나를 따라와. 내 손에 쥐어지는 거야.
Please stop waving your vagina around. It's very distracting. Don't listen to her. You have to see. Look at her. Observe her carefully. Look for her weak point! Alas, my voice didn't seem to reach him. Sinclair's weapon leaves his hand and lands on the ground. His advance for Cromer has stopped. Yep, looks like this is the end for us. Well, I tried. My pep talk didn't work. Ah, God, fuck. I'm terrible with kids. I don't read books. I'm a writer. I don't write books. I don't read them. Why am I here? I can feel my body melting into the mound. I knew I'd die trying to play the proper manager sooner or later. Yep, it's just my attempt to be more than I actually could be. Well, yep, this is my own ignorance coming back to haunt me. I guess I should have looked at the strategy guide. Yep, should have bought that Game Informer issue. Yep, my head is sinking slowly below the biomass and just bubbles start coming out. But, Sinclair! I have to tell him more. I have to tell him that Cromer's spewing a heap of lies, threats, hypocrisy, and exaggerations. That woman is fake news! 100%! Every nerve in my body is screaming that I shouldn't give up on him. Sinclair! Log off! Just log off! I can feel the burning pain in my melting body. Look closely, Sinclair. Not with your eyes, but with your heart. Okay, I have no idea what I'm fucking rambling, but this sounds like a pep talk you'd see in an anime. I screech at Sinclair. Listen to my furious ticking. Only then will you see what matters most.
그래야만 가장 중요한 것이 보일 테니까.
I accidentally echoed whoever the fuck that other guy is. In that moment, someone quietly appeared. Who the fuck are you? Aside from that random blue ghost, or rather, the random ghost from before. The scarf is new, though. And when you can see the things that matter most, you won't have to stifle yourself with shallow threats or cheap tricks. Isn't that right, Sinclair? Damien, what are you here for? Oh, they made extra sprites for this. Very interesting. The song is still up there. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be up here, but let's not ruin the moment. Okay. They actually had a cutscene here, which is actually interesting. He moved with grace and aridness, as though he floated in the air, because he did. He seemed lighter than anyone else, unbound by anything. Contrary to his impression of freedom from all worldly longings, an oppressive air seemed to accompany every step he took. And with just a wave of his right arm... Wow. Wrecked. Cromer's upper body vanished in a clean cut, absolutely fucking vaporized by what appears to be pure gloom energy. If we go by the fucking frog in the mirror dungeon, who is also, well, crying and also gives you a gloom gift. So, made of pure gloom. Which I have no idea why it's gloom and it's not greed, but okay, I guess I am a really ignorant Westerner. The camera had no idea what to do. Saw that? The camera just got stuck up in a corner right there over the battle space there and just said, what? Time for a loading screen.
데미안,
Yeah, so explain what the fuck this deal is here. This probably has something to do with whatever story Sinclair is from.
네가 스스로 운명을 바꾸었구나, 싱클레어.
Actually, no, I didn't, because you just killed the boss instead of me. If I had actually mercilessly destroyed Cromer, that would have been me changing my fate and deciding for myself and not listening to the beckonings and the callings of the fucking, the fates that people have given me by their designs. But okay, fine, you wreck the bitch, sure, fine, whatever.
너는 아직 겁쟁이도 아니고 영웅도 아니야. 두려움 역시 완전히 놓진 못한 것 같네.
Yep. Sometimes it don't matter.
그때도 말했지? 누군가를 두려워하는 건 그 누군가에게 자신을 지배할 힘을 내주었기 때문이라고.
True. You can just, well, physically destroy anyone that you don't like. However, in a civilized society, we can't actually do that. However, you can just punch out anybody you don't like.
맞아. 그리고 나는 다른 사람이 너를 길들이는 게 싫어.
Right, but what's your angle, Damien?
그래서 저 크로머를 사라지게 했어.
Why didn't you do that earlier, Damien? You know, like the first time I was doing the dungeon, why didn't you show up before and totally wreck the boss after I died repeatedly trying to figure out how to kill Cromer? Why did I have to go back and spend like damn near like over a day's worth of hours, over 24 hours worth of grinding, just to come back here and cheese the boss using Mersault's ego, which everyone knows is fucking cheese? Why did you make me do that, Damien? Why didn't you show up before, Damien? What the fuck, Damien? What the fuck? The man referred to as Damien then started to walk. He took airy steps as though he were embarking on a light trip.
세상은 곧 새로운 탄생을 향해 갈 거야. 그리고 그곳에는 아주 소수의 사람만이 갈 수 있어.
Okay.
싱클레어, 너도 그중 하나야.
Says he. Sinclair fainted before he could answer. Damien slowly made his way over to me.
크로머는 옛날 옛쪽에 사람들이 믿었다던 신님이 되려고 했어. 싱클레어는 그 걸음이 될 뻔했고.
I didn't like that, so I flipped the table.
하지만 알은 혼자서 깨야 하는 거야. 크로머는 꽤 노력했어. 싱클레어가 첫 번째 동전을 잃을 때와 똑같은 상황을 만들려고 이런저런 수도 쓰고 말이야.
What does this mean, aside from haha coins?
크리스마스까지는 시간이 많이 남았는데.
Yes, March!
결국 자기들이 그렇게 싫어하던 가짜를 꾸미고 있었다는 건 아이러니야, 그치?
Okay, so this was all a psyop. This whole shit was a psyop. This whole shit was a psyop in an attempt to mind break Sinclair so that Cromer would win. So everything that we just walked through and all the horror and atrocity that's going on in this area of the city is literally just a psyop to remind Sinclair of how he got his family killed and mind break him. She went to that much of a length to do this, and you know, I still kind of feel like because Sinclair didn't kill her himself was kind of, Damien, you kind of ruined the moment here, but go on. Where are you going with this? What are you talking about? Who are you? Exactly my questions that I have.
반가워, 단테.
What is your deal?
당신이 잠깐 동안 싱클레어를 길들여줄 어른이구나. 내가 누구인지 그리고 무슨 말을 하고 있었는지는 때가 되면 알 수 있을 거야.
Also, what was that? Hold on, what? Oh, there was nothing there. As for who I am and for what I was talking about, you'll see in due time. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I haven't got time to explain why I haven't got time to explain. Okay. Okay! Well, Damien, we're leaving this on a cliffhanger, but it's okay because we've made sure that the Funny Moon people have more than enough dosh to continue this fucking story. We did it!
싱클레어가 마음의 힘을 굳게 믿고 날아올라서 아름다운 별과 하나가 될 날이 올 때 그때 나는 다시 돌아올 거야.
What does that mean?
그날까지 싱클레어를 잘 부탁해, 단테.
Sure, I guess. I'm kind of stuck with all of them. You can hear me?
나는 모든 지적임을 들을 수 있어, 단테. 당연히 당신의 목소리도 들릴 수밖에.
Okay.
언제나 그렇듯이. 가장 중요한 건 눈에 보이지도 귀에 들리지도 않으니까 말이야.
The boy with the blue scarf vanishes without notice. After that, the mounds began to melt away. They dissolved into mixtures of flesh and mud. It was all kind of... Wait, what do you mean, Wait, disappeared? Flesh and mud? They are just flesh! And probably mud! What do you mean dissolved? They're exactly the same! With them gone, a single golden bow appeared before me, spreading its warm light. Ah, yes. The yellow branch. Sinclair's world was gradually melting with the hills. Again, melting into what they actually are. And I excruciatingly dragged what's left of my upper body across the floor to reach Sinclair. He was still breathing. And so was I. I figured I should still be able to turn the clock, even though I'm dying horribly too. What the hell does that mean? Thus, that means I'm still their manager, and I should act like one. Plus, as I learned in my dying moments, I have to strive to become a more sensible manager. With all that, I need to tell him. Yes, my dying moments told me that I should be a better regional manager at Wendy. I must strive for this goal. This is what it sounds like to me when he says, I need to be a better manager, like he's fucking running a fast food franchise or something. Murder hobos, that's what it is. It might have been your fault, Sinclair, but that's okay, really. It's one small mistake, one anyone could make. Don't beat yourself up so much about it. It's okay, in the grand scheme of things, it really don't matter, because as we can see, no one's really keeping score. I pat him on the back with my half-melted right arm. Sinclair doesn't reply. To be truthful, trying to identify someone to blame all this on would be a never-ending endeavor. From each of us going and carrying our sins onto the bus. For each of us going and carrying our sins onto the bus. To my loss of head and memory, accompanied by an involuntary appointment as the executive manager. And the root of all this, I might find no one but myself to blame. Staying bound by that fact, though, will only keep us from taking our next steps. Yeah, right, sometimes you just don't have to think, just getcha. No thoughts, only getcha. But, wise words, Mr. Manager. Sometimes dwelling on the truth doesn't really actually help, because that doesn't tell you what to do next. It only tells you to be angry or feel sorry for yourself. Sometimes the thinking is just that. Thinking. That's not what you need to be doing.
발견했습니다.
Oh, we've been recovered. I can hear multiple footsteps approaching our horribly incapacitated team. Vergilius must have figured we'd get into a mess and called the after team to scoop us off the ground. Yeah,
이자인 것 같습니다. 지금 주입합니까?
다른 자들은 이자만 생존해 있다면 살아날 수 있다. 이자의 신체를 수복하는데 전부 쓰도록 한다.
Yep, give me the K-Corp green juice. Get me back in, coach. I'll be fine. I just need to spend an hour or two in the Monster Energy tank. And I mean actually Monster Energy, not Encephalon, but they're probably gonna dump me in that too. Give me the green juice. I'll be right back. Okay, that's the sip in the veins. Okay, the B vitamins are revitalizing my horrible flesh. Someday this will kill me, but not now. I felt a jab in my shoulder, and then a strange sensation enveloped the parts of my body that had melted off.
그분이 지원해주신 HP 앰플은 3개입니다. 전부
Yes!
주입합니까?
Give it all!
재생 경과를 지켜보다. 필요하다고 생각되면 사용하도록.
Fuck you! Give it all!
버스 녀석들. 하여간 특색 하나 잘 만나서 호강을 누리네. K사에도 인맥이 있고 말이야.
Oh, good. Good. The funny Superman. We have to thank for this one.
을 확인했습니다.
The voices around me start to fade. Sinclair's bawling lamentation dimly rings through the emptiness. Our third mission marked its sober end in dismal defeat. Actually, we won. We kind of got murked there, but we won. I think Sinclair was totally about to wreck her. He was totally about to get back up and wreck him. Right? Sinclair was totally about to get right back up and wreck that crazy bitch. We won. I didn't have time to read any of that. Okay, right. Back on the bus, finally. Even though we recovered the golden bow, we lost. No, we didn't. At best, it was a draw. On the other hand, the bus was more vibrant than usual, possibly out of everyone's attempts to disregard the depressing outcome. And that's exactly the whole point of my speech before! Even though we didn't actually lose, it was a draw! Even so, I won the actual check there. We keep losing in fucking cutscenes, though. God damn it, Project Moon. Stop killing us in cutscenes. If we take the test of skill and combat prowess, we win. Fuck you. Stop killing us in cutscenes.
닭꼬치 개수는 인원수에 딱 맞게 사왔으니까 모자란다는 소리가 들리면 범인 색출은 알아서 하도록.
Well, thanks. Vergilius is here. He add the kebab instead of remove.
우와, 신기하게 생겼네요. 왜 닭을 꼬치에 꽂는 건가요?
Shut up and eat the kebab, Hong.
내가 살던 곳에서도 이런 음식을 본 것 같소.
달콤한 냄새. 맥피가 좋아하는 냄새.
Ah, yes. Meat. Stimulated. Karen rev the engine. Yeah, in my head, the track from "Oh What a Lovely War" just started playing of the Germans singing in the trench over yonder in no man's land. I know that's just me, but that's what that just transitioned to in the back of my head. Martin, you probably understand that one too.
카론, 아직 크리스마스는 한참 멀었다고.
Yeah, it's fucking March. Why do we have to keep saying that?
카론의 흥을 깨지 마, 벌레 양반.
Bug guy.
카론이 크리스마스 같이 느꼈다면 그런 거야.
벌레? 아니, 기껏 카론이라고 불렀더니.
뭐 그러면 그렉도 기사 양반이라고 부르든가. 왜 당하고만 살고 그래?
Bus girly. Good thing the Corpo didn't steal off with the branch. Well, those guys who rescued us work for us, so we recovered it, even though we were expended by the entire effort. But, well, I had to try really hard. I got to level 30, and then we beat the woman. It was kind of whatchamacallit. Going into the second phase, it was kind of unstable, kind of shaky there, but we managed it in the end, and that's good. And it's all thanks to spamming egos. Vergilius watched the scene unfold, leaving his food to cool and hardly taking a bite, even though he was the only one who brought it all. Oh, even though he was the one who brought it all. Right, no, I'm not hungry. Perhaps he's gone quiet because of Karen's song. And apparently this is something that is understood or something you understand by viewing Leviathan, otherwise known as a comic from Project Moon. This is the first time I only figured this out, a Twitter post mentioned this today, and I have not looked into it. But apparently, Vergilius's arrangement with Chiron is there. It does come to mind that he said she was going through a tunnel. And then, I turned my gaze to Sinclair, who was awkwardly laughing amongst the other sinners. If we're going through a long tunnel, then what we do is wait for the morning to arrive, right? No, we keep driving until we get to the end of the fucking tunnel.
뭐라는 거야, 단테? 이상한 소리 나고. 자, 단테도 닭꼬치. 아.
I don't have a fucking mouth, Rhodey.
관리자께서는 입이 없다.
Thank you, Mersault. You see, the real star player here is Mersault, and also all of the meta-compliant characters I used through the entire dungeon, but enough about that one. But no, Mersault is the real hero today.
관리자님은 말 한마디 없이도 우리를 휘어잡을 놀라운 인재시니까 없는 것이다. 알아두도록.
아니, 그렇게 덮어놓고 딸랑거리면 안 지쳐요, 오티스?
Shut up, Ish.
야, 이거 더 없냐? 멋있네.
Now whatchamacallit, this quote is actually something you can put on your friend card, and it's funny because I don't know who it is, but one of the people on my friends list has their greeting message as, "Hey, got any more of this waste? It's peak." I'm entertained by that.
이봐, 벌양. 라이터 줘.
BG? Who? Bugman? Bug Gregor? I don't have Bug Gregor.
줄여 말하면 내가
Bug
모를 것
guy.
같았어.
Fucking Rio and her fucking acronyms. I thought about giving a speech to the sinners about how this fruitful yet unsuccessful mission changed my mindset. We won, though! God damn! Hey, narrative! Stop trying to fucking change the situation! Fuck you, we won! But I soon shelved the idea. I told Sinclair to not let a failure of the moment bind him, after all. Yep, that's exactly what I said. I should take my own advice. It's good advice. However, aside from the whole fact that thinking that we lost anyway. Dante, me, losing in a cutscene is not losing in a fight. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and at the end of the day, she got vaporized by some fucking Homestuck character that dropped out of the fucking sky. I don't know what his deal is or what he's doing, but he didn't really matter. We won the fight anyway. She got down to 0 health, and we made a check. We gambled, and we won the check, too. Not only did we beat her down to 1 health, we also made the check to instantly kill her at that phase. Fuck that. We won. Instead, I resolved to make up for this less than ideal outcome on our next mission, whenever that may show up.
아니, 베르길리우스님.
Yes, Don?
본인은 주의받은 대로 행동했다고 생각하네만.
Don, are you looking for head pats because you didn't totally fuck up the entire mission?
그러니 저 닭꼬치 하나 먹어도 되겠는가?
그러던지.
Yes, Don, you may have kebab. As Don Quixote's excited jubilation adds a layer of vigor to the already lively boss, we don't get a scene of this, damn. The message I couldn't speak, but one I'm sure has been conveyed in one way or another, spreads between us. And so, the morning came. But the story is not fucking over. However, now we get our anime ED here, with a new cutscene. And unfortunately, the last one, because we now have to wait until... April? Or May? No, May for the next chapter. But here's Sinclair singing. So where is Heathcliff? Why is... Ryu apparently wants some extra char on that kebab. Wow, fuck. Nah, man, burn it black, yeah. Good, burn. Jesus fucking Christ, that woman is insane. But then again, they're all fucking insane, and they're all morons. But they're all my team. Yeah, I don't know who's the next chapter. This gives us absolutely no clues as to who it is, but, well, there's that, and then there's the event that's coming next month, I think? So we'll have something to do, but for me, well, right now, the only thing I can do right now is get everybody to level 30, which I will probably do. But I'm gonna spare you people the grind for that. We'll probably be back when the event actually shows up. Is that... Heathcliff, what the fuck are you doing? Is that your disgruntled chewing face? Did Ish tell you you chew like a cow or some shit? What the f- Okay. Marsalta's adding ketchup. I don't know what that is, but yeah, we'll call it ketchup. And Charon just chomp. Nom. Nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. Just heavy eating noises. Again, I love this fucking cast of morons and murder hobos. That's the best part of this game. This fucking story. This game is absolutely fucking carried by its story. The gacha isn't terrible. The game mechanics are extraordinarily dense and weird, and they don't even play by their own fucking rules or the stated rules that they tell you or how you would expect them to work. However, it's not insurmountable. So that having a good story on top of it, and it's also not a fucking casino, that all kind of rounds it out. This is, I honestly almost don't consider this a gacha game, even though it is. It's just honestly almost just like a normal game, and it's probably the intention, honestly. Project Moon probably wanted to just release a normal game, but this would either make more money, or they needed to do this in order to actually get the money to make that fucking game. This game is a weird gacha. It totally gacha. It is gacha, obviously. Factually, objectively, it is a gacha game. It is running on all of the same shit that you would expect a gacha game to run on. However, it feels like it's kind of regretful about that, and so the gacha components aren't astoundingly, like, rooted into everything. Part of me is morbidly curious about an ad campaign for this game. I mean, this is good. This deserves to actually get more attention and funding, so who the fuck knows? Maybe we'll see this thing gain prominence. It is, on its own, just a good game, and I'm actually glad that it has a PC release, so I don't have to dig out a fucking emulator for this, because this is actually, honestly, just a PC game. With a couple of changes here and there, like, obviously just editing out all the normal fights, and replacing them with just Library of Ruina's battle system. None of the obvious, like, streamlining for, like, normal fights where you don't choose what attack where the attack is going, and it's all randomly, assigned. You just pick the fucking colors, moron. That feels like, if you just, like, swap that with just Library of Ruina fights, or if every fight was just the abnormality fight mechanics, it would be a perfectly fine PC game. Of course, you would need more fucking content than just 3 chapters, but something tells me that this is intentional, either by desperation or, well, it gives them enough time to make shit. Alright? Either way, I'm glad to have this game, and honestly, it's worth playing, and it's also free. However, if you've seen my streams, you know all the story now, so there's nothing much for you to see, to experience, aside from, you giggling and figuring out, well, you going to the slot machines, getting what you get out of them, and enjoying the moments yourself again. I actually have to press skip. Right, I forgot about that. Like, imagine if random YouTubers were added for this game like they do for Raid Shadow Legends. You see, that's the thing. I think the game is really based around not actually having more than 12 characters. So it seems like... Oh, hey, look, gold tick. Wow! Actual XP. I don't really need... I need more than that. I need more than just one. But hey, we've got some loony coins there. But, so, I feel like the game is extremely set on there being just 12 characters, and any additional characters, air quotes, are just identities or variations of the characters we already have. So the same 12 sinners are going to be the same 12 sinners through the entire game, which is somewhat of a weakness, I guess. The best you could do is you have a character skin that's themed after something, or like for a collab or something like that. Like, I don't know, Ishmael being a fucking magical girl or some shit. That'd be interesting! You could do that, but I feel like even though we have obvious alternate sinners, like, obviously the Lobotomy Corp Faust skin is the biggest fucking dead giveaway for Yuri is a sinner in that, in another mirror dimension. there's a lot of alternate characters that could possibly be put into the game, but it seems like we're just gonna have our 12. Maybe that'll change overall, I guess, but it just looks like we have the same 12 morons, and we're not getting any more. Which is a little unfortunate, but not necessarily a bad thing. It'd be nice to eventually have other characters, but let's get to that let's get to that beach episode first. Right there, right? That must be an ocean, right? Let's get over there. Let's get over there and go on a fun boat ride with Ish and everyone wearing swimsuits. It's probably gonna be awful because the water's probably polluted and filled with toxic waste because this is this city. So it's probably not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows, but wait for that, or maybe an event that, like I said, this writing team, given the option of having a temporary event that takes the characters to another location that won't affect anything else in the overall story, and then at the end of that gets memory holds so it basically never fucking happened anyway, like for example the Girls Frontline Valhalla event or anything else, honestly, in that regard. This team with that situation is going to be fucking magical, and I hope we see this event very soon. I don't know if the first event we're gonna get is that kind of silly, but good lord, if we got something that could be memory hold at the end of it. The amount of shit we will get out of this is it will be fantastic with this writing team. Because you can tell they're skilled, and you can tell that they really care about the story and their characters. So, the moment, saying, okay, we just make up bullshit now. It all gets wiped away at the end of it. We have totally sensible reasons for it to not affect anything, and no one's gonna remember it anyway. Everyone's just gonna wake up on the floor of the bus, and no one's gonna remember what the fuck happened. We can do so many magical fucking things with that kind of situation. Beach episode, but every outfit is incredibly bland and unsexy except Hong Lu in a bikini. Yeah, the only attractive guy is Hong Lu. Even though Ting Tang Hong Lu is already a fucking beach episode. He's already wearing the fucking Hawaiian shirt. He's already doing that. That kind of sounds like something they would do. Yeah, they could do that, and they could. I could see that. I can see that I can see a situation where Virgilius or Dante announces, we're going to the beach! And then Dante arrives at the beach with the party and then turns around and everyone's still fully dressed. And they all sit there staring at him like, were you expecting something? And he goes, no, I wasn't. I can totally see them doing that to us. However, you can still make a lot of fucking money in this game with those kinds of skins, and honestly, the writing team is good enough to back it up so it isn't just half-naked PNG women. Really. It's already above that. But enough about parasocial relationships here. I actually have to go back to chapter 3 and grab that extra lunacy. Yoink. And yoink. That's not enough for a 10 pull, but as we saw with getting Warp Corp Dawn and Rabbit Heath, single pulls are totally fine. I don't even think there's a guarantee of getting a 2-star, or that's usually how it works. You're guaranteed a 2-star if you do a 10 pull. I don't even think that actually applies. So, it don't matter. But hey, let's go. Is that gold? I don't think it's gold. I think that's just red. Yep, not plain. But let's have a look for rolls here while I've got the loony bills here. There's some itty bitty minor pity system, but it's on the 10 pull. Oh, okay. Possible beach singularity? Yeah, go to the beach episode. Again, just a teleport. Like, not even like the beach episode. What I really want to see is just this entire team of horribly violent and unsavory murder hobos being transported to a setting that's way nicer than this. And the amazing dissonance that follows within that situation. Like, going to any kind of normal anime setting if they do a collab or something fucking hysterical like that. Like, just a way less grimdark setting than the city. And then just watching them just be absolute fish out of water in that entire situation. and applying unreasonable levels of violence to, to people who make the misfortune of trying to restrain them or upsetting them. Okay, one more. Oh, nope. It glowed, but no. One more. Nope. All 1 stars. Oh well. I've got enough characters, as you can see. Getting N-Corp, Rhodey, or Mersault would be interesting, but I couldn't use these in the dungeon, so that's why I didn't really... I wasn't really, fixing to spend money on this gacha. N-Corp Mersault does bleed, which we can't use against Cromer. I didn't look at Rhodey, but it's probably the same deal. They do nails, which is bleed, which, no. This crew is the ultimate standout like a sore thumb. It would be fan-fucking-tastic to see that kind of situation. Because again, if they melded the situation right, where they went into a singularity or something like that, or fucking a magic portal opened somewhere, and they went to another place that didn't affect the city at all, and at the end, none of the shit's gonna matter anyway, it would be a hell of a fucking time there, and I think the writing would be amazing. That's what I want to see out of an event, and most of the time, that's what the events are in the gacha games anyway. Frankly, they're just limited time bullshit that doesn't affect anything. Rarely do they carry some kind of continuity to the story. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, boy, that still took 3 hours even though we rushed through it. Wow. I mean, I know I sit here and ramble like a moron, especially today, but wow, that still took 3 hours.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저
The battle
서 있을
pass.
뿐이었어.
Oh, it's Mersault today and not Ryu. Oh, but all right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, aside from me grinding, which I could do more of, that is gonna be it for Limbus Company until further notice. That's it. There's nothing to play but grind. I'm going to spare you that because the amount of grinding I did beforehand was multi-hour and much easier on me to do if I don't have anyone watching me. I could sit here, just listen to music, zone the fuck out, and not really have to care about, talking to people, entertaining them while I'm doing this shit. I do put a lot of energy into my streams, and sometimes playing video games on my own is, well, obviously more...
드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Sang, shut up!
관리자 나리, 이것 좀 구경하시겠소? 내 보물들이요. 한정판인데 어렵게 구했어.
That laugh, Jesus Christ. But no, Kyote, we will look at your Funko Pop collection later. Oh, have you seen the new way to get lunacy? Well, aside from the new, Luxification dungeons, I think, or the dungeons will give you lunacy now. Christ, that's even more annoying than saying. God! Right, so yeah, I know about that one. Jesus fucking Christ, they really tried with Don Quixote. And I'm glad too, because we shared a brain cell on this, me and Project Moon. I didn't have any involvement in this game, but in 2015, I wrote this character. Not literally calling her Don Quixote, but her whole deal was just being Don Quixote, basically. Don being Don Key, as usual. Right. And yet you let her. I have no means to stop her, even if I tried. Shit. Okay, you know what? We're gonna hide in the vending machine in the back. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow, she keeps yelling that repeatedly. Wow, there's no way to actually stop. Well, that's annoying in a good way, honestly, but it's still rather disruptive. Wow. What an amazing feature! Good God, get it away! Okay, so I will be grinding off screen is the point I was getting to. There's nothing for me to do on screen that's worthwhile content until something actually happens. That being the event that's going to be happening sometime later this month or next month? I can't remember. No, it's next month. At the end, we have an attendance event, which is basically just an addition to the battle pass. It's gonna be daily logins. I can see nothing really all that special. So that's not really content anyway. And then the next actual thing we have to do is the Hell's Chicken event, whatever the fuck that is. We're gonna have a special dungeon and there's probably gonna be a story to it. So there's that. But until then, we don't really have anything to do in Limbus now. I've reached the end of the story, and I've reached the content wall as well, unless I start throwing money here and doing reviews of each character. Which, those are probably better done as YouTube videos and not a stream, if I was going to do that. But I'm pretty sure someone's already on that anyway. There's probably like 12 people already up on that shit, because that's how these people work. They work faster than light. I hope this game remains popular, but unfortunately, there's nothing for me to stream now. So that's going to be the end of tonight's show and the end of Limbus Company until further notice. We're going to go back to doing the other things that we were doing. Arma is going to be running every Saturday now, or well, has been, but we had a little bit of a goof there with telling me about shit. But we're going to be playing Arma every Saturday now, and I guess I'm going to build a schedule back around that. And we're going to be playing a lot of other things, and just, in addition to, the things that I stopped playing, like Library of Ruina, right? Right before this whole fucking shit came out and it took over my life for like 3 weeks now, right? That game we were finishing that's actually pertinent to this one, right? Good. Maybe it's good that we ran out of story here. Maybe I can go back and finish the fucking story. But okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the show tonight. There's plenty more to come on this stream though, so follow me on Twitter. Check, keep an eye on the Discord. Don't mute fucking notifications and, the announcement channel, because that's kind of what it's all for. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, Nikkei. Right, we totally forgot about Nikkei too. You see, I didn't even get to play that the way I wanted to. That was supposed to be a one stream thing, and I still got cut short by maintenance. We need to go look at the absolute inverse gacha here. One that's clearly a gacha game in every fucking regard, and also is atypical gacha in terms of trying to sell you sex and half-naked PNG women. They're all live 2D though. It's very nice. We'll get back to that. We'll probably do that tomorrow, I guess, depending on how I wake up. But the channel exists for a reason. Yes, thank you, Martin. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Phontomen. Thank you for joining me. We will be back with Limbus Company when there is something to stream, but the show never ends. Never, ever ends. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you next time.